us all stand up for the Philippine National Anthem. The Philippine Pro Gaming League 2019. Let us all welcome Renmar Santa Cruz and Adi Amor.
Good morning, Market Activity Center!
Yeah, what is up, everyone? How are you all doing today?
I'm pretty sure everyone's doing well. I'm doing well. Are you doing great?
Oh, yes, I am, and I am so excited for today. And of course, we want to welcome everyone to
the Philippine Pro Gaming League 2019.
This is the largest multi-platform esports tournament in the country, brought to us by MET Events, Southeast Asia's largest esports organizer, and of course, Globe Telecom, the company bringing the first world connectivity to all of the Philippines.
Yeah, that is right. I'm so glad to be here today. Day
so
one.
So exciting.
Yeah,
yes.
Day one was amazing. You were here. That was your first time actually hosting like an esports event, and I saw you just had a lot of fun.
I know, it was so amazing. Everything was just so exciting. I was actually into the games, and I'm not even a gamer, but it was so exciting. You really get addicted, even if you're just watching, right?
Yeah, really, it's great. And you could really tell how excited the people here were yesterday, and I'm really glad that everyone who's here today can join us. But, you know, if you have any friends, family who sort of don't have any plans yet for today, tell them to come on over, because this is a great esports experience, because we're going to be seeing a lot of great teams. So, sa inyong lahat, hopefully everyone's awake, good, ready to go. Nakakape na ba kayo?
Nagkape na kayo, nag-breakfast na ba kayo? And of course, to everyone here in Market, yung mga nanonood dyan sa balcony, kung gusto nyo sumama, feel free to come down here to the activity center. And you, of course, there's no registration fee, no entrance fee or anything like that. You just have to come on over, enter, and join the fun here at PPGL 2019.
Yep, and if you're wondering where our entrance is, you may enter close to the department store, but we also have an entrance over here on this side, if you can see me right now. So 2 entrances on the side, so please feel free to come join us. As Adi said, this event is entirely free, no tickets, just come in and join in on the fun. So why don't you share to everyone, Adi, for the reason why we're all gathered here today.
Oh, sure. Now, to give everyone a background, the Philippine Pro Gaming League, or PPGL, is the country's biggest multi-platform league. Multi-platform meaning mula sa PC games, consoles, hanggang sa mobile games, meron tayo dito sa PPGL.
Yeah, that is true. And
And of course, today is day 2 of the Grand Finals for its second season, which started 3 months ago. So participants are from all over the Philippines. Wow naman. O, tingnan mo, diba? This is a nationwide competition. And actually today, we have a team na galing pa sa Bacolod.
Wow.
Oy, ang layo nun ang Bacolod.
Yeah, and I have been following the PPGL all through all this season, and really, it's no joke when we say the contestants are from all over the Philippines. So the talents that you're going to see here today, the players, they're from all over the country. They are some of the best, if not the best of the best, playing here today. So we're really going to be seeing some high-level esports action, and it really shows just how competitive Filipinos are talaga.
Oo, tama yan. And you know what? It's so amazing to have a competition like this that brings together people from around the Philippines and for gaming. O, di ba dati, yung mga tao, pag tinitingnan nila yung gaming, sinasabi nila, waste of time lang yan. Wala kang mapapala sa gaming. But look at this. You have a lot of professional gamers that you will all be seeing today.
Yep, and I'm pretty sure our players today, they have parents who are wondering, ba't ka pa naglalaro? Anong competitive? Well, I mean, they're not just playing just for fun, just for the spirit of competition, because the total prize pool of 1.3 million pesos is up for grabs.
1.3 million pesos
Yep.
for a gaming competition. Ang laki nun, Ang laki nun.
It
Grabe.
really is, and it just shows how much importance the players put into this league, into their trainings and everything, preparing for it. Because 1.3 million, that is big, that is a lot of money. And the games in this tournament include League of Legends for PC, Arena of Valor, Rules of Survival, and of course, everyone's favorite on mobile, Mobile Legends, Bang Bang. And we also have a console game in the great fighting game that is Tekken 7.
All right, so where are we currently in the list of games we have for this competition?
Well, yesterday we actually had the Arena of Valor semifinals and the opening rounds of the Mobile Legends Corporate League. Today naman we'll be having some more Mobile Legends games and the decider matches for, yes, Mobile Legends Bang Bang Competitive League, and League of Legends. So, yesterday walang League of Legends action tayo, pero today meron na, and we'll get to see that today.
Yeah, you know, that's so exciting. So this is day 2 of PPGL. Sino yung nandito kahapon sa day 1? Sino yung nandito?
Just show fans
so
who
we
were
have
here.
very loyal audiences today. Thank you for joining us. And of course, we are also live on Facebook, right? So everyone here,
Yeah.
I'm sure you also watched yesterday, you'll watch today, and I'm sure you'll also watch tomorrow because tomorrow, that's also the finals,
Yep,
diba?
the finals are going to be tomorrow. This is a day 3 thing. Day 1 was yesterday. Today is day 2. If you can't make it today, if you're at home watching right now, come on over tomorrow. But for those who are here today and who can't make it today, come join us. Because really, thanks to everyone who came here today. I feel like we can make some new esports lovers here because of all the action and all the players, all the skills that they're gonna bring onto the table. I feel like there are a lot of casual gamers who are just gonna think like, feeling ko baka pwede na ako maging professional eh.
Okay, gusto ko yan Alam mo, lahat ng professional players na nandito today, nag-start rin sila dyan. Casual gamer lang sila. O diba, Renmar? Ikaw rin, casual gamer ka dati.
Well, I wouldn't call myself casual. I mean, I did have a 12-win streak as Kufra solo ranked.
Wow.
Hello.
So may winner rin tayo dito, professional gamer. O diba? Of course, everyone starts out as a casual gamer and you can turn into a professional gamer. All you have to do is to train. You have to discipline yourself. You have to focus. O diba?
And you know, the games that the players are going to be playing, that's not all we have today because, Ari, I believe, why don't you share us the activities that we have on site here?
Oh yes, we have a lot of fun games and activities for everyone today, not just of course for our contestants. We have our globe booth right there on the left. So in that globe booth, you can actually play all of the games that are part of this competition. Of course, it is care of
An activity booth by Globe as well, another one for Mobile Legends this time. Yeah.
Wow, and of course, you know what? I'm actually still looking at the Gcash booth. I want some diamonds. I mean, who wouldn't want diamonds, right? So if you really want to do that, try out the games. Come on over to the Gcash booth. We have another Globe booth right there for the Legends game. And of course, the MET Events booth. Now, the MET Events booth, that's very interesting because they have a game where you have to pick 3 random cards. And then the 3 random cards, it's gonna say 3 things that your phone should have for you to win a prize. So it's really like a game of luck. But you know, you never know. You can actually win. And the prizes today are amazing.
Yeah.
So if you are around, come on over to Market.
Yeah, the MET booth, it's really is a stroke of luck game because we saw some of the cards, like, and you really gotta have to have exactly what's said in the card. So one of the cards, I saw it yesterday, and you mentioned this also, 70% battery life.
That is so exact. Kailangan sakto talaga sa 70% yung battery mo. Pero malay mo, It really is like that. Diba? Tapos mananalo ka.
Yeah, so if you're getting close to 70% and you're just waiting, the moment it takes 70, come on over here. And, yeah, and of course we have people to thank for putting all of this together.
This entire event, PPGL 2019, would not be possible without our amazing partners and sponsors. So that, of course, this event is brought to you by MET Events and Globe Telecom, together with our minor sponsors, GCash and DataBlitz.
So once again, thank you very much for these companies who brought to us this event. So other than the booths, I believe that we have some other stuff as well prepared.
Oh yes, may pa-contest pa tayo today. So other than these fun games and activities here, you can walk away with a lot of freebies. We also have a contest where you get a chance to win a loot bag from PPGL and of course our official jacket.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the official jacket. I actually want in on that because all you have to do is actually really easy. It just requires a little bit of creativity, but I believe there's a lot of creativity in everyone because all you have to do is really simple. Take a picture at our event venue. Once again, that's here at the Market Activity Center. Share your biggest smile and post it on Facebook or Instagram with the hashtag PPGL2019.
Oy, ang dali lang nun So you just go here, take a picture anywhere, selfie, groovy, anything. Post it on your social media with the hashtag PPGL2019. And that's it. You get the chance to win our raffle draw.
Yeah, the mechanics are shown on screen right now. So for those who want to know more about what to do, go ahead, look at the screen. But yes, do set your profile to public so you have an entry to the raffle, and winners will be drawn from time to time. So make sure you stay on site to claim the prizes. The prizes may be claimed at the MET Events and Globe booth over there at the side. And yeah, you have until 8 p.m. today to claim it. So if you walked out and you want to come back or you don't know if you should come back and then you found out that your name was drawn, you should come back. That PPGL jacket is really sweet, and especially ang lamig ngayon, it's raining.
Oo nga.
So
Tag-ulan ngayon
Yeah, tag-ulan.
Importante yung jacket, tas free pa yung jacket na yan. And of course, you know what? That's not the only thing they can win today. We also have special PPGL loot bags. So this may be one through the game activity that we will be having later on. So stay tuned for that. So everyone who would like to win, just come on over to the activity center.
Yep, and then we also have something special by GCash later on today, so keep an eye out for that. A lot of opportunities to win prizes. So sali na kayo dito. Ang daming chances to win some really great prizes, and once again, this is all for free.
Yes, so diba napakaraming games and activities talaga dito. So come on over and join us here at the Market Activity Center. And of course, we would like to thank once again our beloved partners and sponsors, MET Events, Globe Telecom, and together with our minor sponsors, GCash and DataBlitz.
Thank you very much to all of our partners, all of our sponsors. But come on, let's not drag this on any longer because come on, League of Legends Series 1, the first semis for today. Excited na ba kayo lahat to see some League of Legends action? Come on!
Excited na ba kayo? Yes!
There we go. The people are excited. So, man, League of Legends. We had Arena of Valor yesterday. We had Mobile Legends. Now we have League of Legends. Ito yung parang kuya, I would say, of those games. And because for those of you who don't know, League of Legends, or commonly just shortened to LOL or LOL, is one of the largest multiplayer online battle arena games on PC, with a very strong player base and esports following all over the world. As in millions and millions of people play this game, watch this game every day. So today, 4 teams will be competing for a total prize pool of 400,000 pesos.
Wow, that is a lot. 400,000 pesos. That is amazing. These teams can win that much money in this contest. That is amazing.
Exactly, very amazing. And they will also be fighting for a chance to be called the Grand Champion of Philippine Pro Gaming League Season 2 at the finals, which is gonna be tomorrow.
Wow, that is so exciting. And you know what? It seems like our first 2 teams are ready. So allow us to introduce to you our players for the first match.
After scoring a huge upset back in the qualifying rounds. Jushi and the Alpha Squad from Gargan's Hive have proven their win against the 2018 champions. TNC LOL was no fluke as one of the 2 new contenders to the grand stage of PPGL League of Legends.
Our first team, let us all welcome GH Alpha!
With most of the current pro players actually hailing from the south, it is no surprise to have a team from Cebu to gain top 4 status. Domeng and his bros are very vocal about their hunger for tournament glory. So can Royal Esports once again put Visayas in the map.
Our second team, let us all welcome Royal Esports!
Once again, let's all give a round of applause for our 2 teams for our first match of the day.
Yeah, but of course, you know what? Let's interview them for a bit bago sila mag-start. Hello, sir! May tanong ako sa'yo. Paano nag-start yung team na to? Wait lang, tumatawa pa sila.
Okay.
Tumatawa pa sila.
Understandable kasi...
Sige, sino?
Okay, yung meron
Okay,
naman.
sir. So, huwag niyo naman ako pasapasahan. Ano yung ano? Paano nag-start yung team na to?
Nag-start po yung team, Cebu-based lang po kami dati. Tapos nung mga 2 buwan, nakita namin na parang wala kaming improvement. So ayun, nagpalit-palit po kami.
So lahat kayo, friends muna kayo?
Opo, taga Cebu lahat. Tapos ako na lang po yung natirang taga Cebu ngayon.
Okay. Sir, yung tumatawa dito. Bakit Royal Sports yung name nyo?
Ewan ko po. Gawa lang. Naka-base po sa manager po namin yung pangalan ng Royal.
Okay. Well, good luck. How about your team? How's your team doing over there?
Actually, nung sinabi ko na interviewin ko sila, biglang naglipatan sila ng upuan eh. Alam na takot na ma-interview. Then yung sinabi dito, yung nilagay dito, sinabi nila, uy, siya na lang yung interview mo. Yan yung matalino eh. Biglang tumingin siya sa teammates niya. Ba't mo ko nilagay dito eh? Pero, sige, kuya, sorry ha, ikaw yung ano mo. Nakikita ko nagfe-Facebook ka, Kuya Jay, pangalan mo.
Ganun ba
Okay.
sila mag-train? Nagpa-Facebook sila?
Yeah, it's part of the process.
Yun yung prep nila.
Sa ritual yun. Okay. So, Jay, question for you. Anong ginawa nyo to prepare for this matchup today?
Di po kami nag-practice.
Di kayo nag-practice? Bakit?
Uy, ganun sila kagaling. Di
Ganun-
nila
ganun sila
kailangan
kagaling, hindi sila
mag-practice.
nag-practice. Okay, at least, nag-almusal ba kayo? Hindi rin kayo nag-almusal. Pare, ano? Kakainin mo sila. Wow.
Oh!
Okay, and then meron ako nakikita nakatayo dito. Boss Coach, ano po pangalan nyo?
Ako po si Bieber Ed Villanueva, known as Artros.
Artros. Okay, ilan taon ka na, Artros?
19 years old po.
19 years old. You're taller than me na. Coach ka na ng esports team na professional. Bro, you are making it in life. So, para sa'yo, meron ba kayong alam ko na, sinabi na nila hindi kayo nag-practice, pero ano yung words of encouragement na binigay mo sa kanila? Ano yung parang pep talk mo para sa kanila?
Ang GH Alpha Boys, like a family na kilalang kilala na yung isa't isa. Bali yung tiwala nila in-game, nadadala nila. So lahat smooth, bawat galaw, malinis.
Kaya pala hindi nag-practice na sobrang familiar na kayo with each other, how you play and everything. So, wow, I'm excited to see how that's gonna go and how well this team is gonna play. So good luck to you guys and wow, really, really nice set of people, you know? And really confident in their own abilities. Hindi nag-almusal, hindi nag-practice. Feeling ko nga, baka hindi pa nga naligo yung team na yun. Joke lang, joke. Pero sana naman.
Alam mo yung team ko naligo sila, sure ako. Ang bango nila.
Naamoy mo talaga.
Ang bango na, fresh na fresh.
Alright, fresh na fresh. And yeah, I'm really excited for some League of Legends action. We got to know the teams. You know the game, League of Legends. Market Activity Center. Palakpakan naman tayo dyan. Make some noise. Some great esports action is lined up for you today. So once again, for the people who are not here, you can watch us live at the Philippine Pro Gaming League official Facebook page.
Yes, and you know what? It seems like everyone is ready to start the game. Are you all ready as well?
And I'm sure everyone's ready.
Enthusiastic crowd today.
Enthusiastic. It's the calm before the storm, yung kasi. So,
everyone's focused right now. All right, so what are we waiting for?
Yeah,
let's start the match.
Let's pass it on now to our panel. Wolf, kamusta kayo dyan?
Okay naman na kami dito, Redmore and Ate. Thank you so much. And again, this is Wolf, your panel host for our first series, League of Legends naman na action natin para sa PPGL 2019 Season 2. Kasama ngayon ang ating mga expert sa larangan. It's Chisto and G10. How are you doing, boys?
I mean, okay lang naman ako ngayon. Hope maganda nandito tayo sa loob ngayon, especially maulan sa labas. So,
Buti naman na na-mention mo yung ulan kasi it was a little bit of a hassle to get here. Pero that just makes us ready for all of the very hot League of Legends action that will dry us off dito sa Market ngayon.
Nako, baka matakot mo yung mga viewers natin dyan. We actually invite you guys to go here sa Market dahil malapit ang ating mapapanood. League of Legends action, the best in the Philippines. Can we actually say that they are the best in the Philippines right now?
Yes. Yeah, definitely. Yes. Kayang-kaya natin sabihin with full confidence that these are the best League of Legends teams right now in the Philippines. So you can definitely see na top tier yung magiging action natin mamaya.
Definitely. Kasi usually when you talk about the Philippines League of Legends, dati it used to be just Metro Manila. But now we have teams coming in from Visayas representing that part of the Philippines. Na, you know, it's just so nice to see that everywhere League of Legends is leveling up in esports.
Yeah, we have GH Alpha, we have another GH team, we have Royal Sports as well as Liab. And I think na yung mga, at least at very least, yung top players ay nasa kanila. And I wanna ask you, just really quickly, sino sa tingin nyo dito yung mag-rise up on top? If not gonna be the champions, at least yung magpe-perform ng more than we can expect.
Ako, for me, excited ako na makita yung performance ng GH Alpha specifically because looking at the roster, looking at the players, it's a mix of veteran players with really nice experience, especially dun sa competitive scene natin. And with newer players as well, new talents na dinadala yung talents nila now on the stage from solo queue.
Yeah, and speaking of GH Alpha, you know, they have been going to tournaments together for, as you said, kanina, the longest time. So they really know each other's playstyles. They can play off of each other extremely well, and I'm excited to see that kind of synergy. And I want to see like how they deliver on today's stage.
I'm actually surprised na hindi nyo na-mention dito yung Liab. Well, you know, we already know the team. Madaming beses nang nababanggit sa iba't ibang tournaments. Is the pressure on them ngayon? Will we expect the lesser performance if that can exist? Do you think?
I think expecting a lesser performance level will always be the case considering that they're always at the top.
Okay.
So, if you're at the top, saan ka pa pupunta?
Yeah.
The only way you can go is down because everybody below you is trying to knock you down from the top spot. But of course, it's still Liab and we always talk about this team in such a high regard. Talagang sila yung one of the best, if not the best team here in the country right now. So we are expecting Liab to play later today and like you mentioned, I think they will have a great performance.
Sakto, we have the brackets na pwede natin ipakita ngayon kung sino-sino yung mga maglalaban for today. But G10, you wanna say something about Liab?
Yeah, of course. Liab, I would agree. I would say that they are the best team in the Philippines right now. They've been representing us in the LOL C Tour and they've absolutely been beasting throughout the entirety of it. And it's nice to see because before the Philippines was just like the joke region of the sea region, but now we're really giving it to them, especially with all the support that Liab gets.
And syempre, ito, GH Alpha versus Real Esports, the first semi-final match. Diretso na agad sa finals for tomorrow, whoever wins that best of 3 series. Mamaya naman, after this, it's Liab, League of Legends versus GH Kaiju. For sure, marami tayong mapapag-usapan mamaya dun sa susunod team. But for now, let's talk about GH Alpha and Real Esports. Real Esports, they came from Cebu. Now, Chisto, bago tayo pumunta ngayon sa panel, minention mo sa akin na meron laging representative ang region na yon. And what can you say about this team?
Ayun nga, no, it's really nice to see that Visayas always has a representative whenever it comes to the PPGL. It really shows you the level of competition na hindi lang laging taga Luzon, hindi lang taga NCR yung nakakapag-dominate dito sa esports, especially the Visayas region. They've always known to have been going big whenever merong competition. Talagang bigay todo sila whenever they compete. And the fans as well, especially the viewers from Visayas, sobrang passionate nila. So whenever one of their own comes to compete here sa Metro Manila, todo suporta sila palagi.
I agree. I think that nung nakikita rin natin sa mga streams ng mga qualifiers, when Real were performing or nag-compete sila, ang nabi talaga viewers. And I'm actually happy to see na kahit yung dialect niya sa Visayas, yun mismo yung ginagamit niya sa mga chat natin when we watch the streams. Really amazing to see. Now, I wanna ask about GH Alpha. What can they bring to the table? What can we expect from them? I mean, kasi kanina na-mention nyo na gusto nyo sila makita mag-perform, but what is really the promise from this team?
Well, I would think that they, as a team, they've been playing together for so long. They know each other so well that they have that. I want to see that good teamwork, that synergy that we've come to expect from them, from all the qualifiers, to shine through here in our semifinals. Because they've always been, as they say, a family. And it's that kind of familiarity that really breeds teamwork, and that's like the cornerstone of League of Legends.
Yeah, and just to add dun sa sinabi ni Jiten tungkol sa GH Alpha, I think GH, they have something na hindi napopossess ng ibang teams dito, which is having that sister team with GH Kaiju, knowing that they have that constant practice partner. Diba? It's something that the other teams might not have the same access to. So that could be their edge coming into this competition, having that constant practice partner, just pushing each other to be better.
Yeah, like a sparring partner na lagi ka nag-improve after game. Yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see, syempre, kapag nagtitraining sila and how they will apply it. But more importantly, I think isa ring unique sa kanila na ako personally ay na-shock was this coach who mentioned that he's just 19 years old.
So young.
Very young. Now, before I ask you guys, from a personal level, napakahirap mag-trust sa isang batang coach. It's just psychology. It's just basic psychology. But what can you say about Arthur and the trust na pwedeng makuha ng mga players niya sa kanya?
It's definitely true nga, kapag a player ka, inisip mo, yung coach ko dapat mas may experience sa akin. But that is the case with Arthur. Even though he's just 19, he at least has, I believe, 3 years of competitive experience playing on previous teams such as TNC, namely the biggest one, the most loyal one he's been on. But yeah, having that experience is the primary reason why I feel like the players will respect what he views about the game and what he can bring to assist the team.
Yeah, definitely. And even though he's just 19, I remember si Chiso when he started coaching, he was around that age as well. Yeah, and but his competitive experience being on TNC is such a huge boon to the team. Because even before he was of legal age, he's been playing, and that kind of translates to knowing the game in and out and being able to just communicate with his players better. Because they're kind of all in the same age range as well.
Medyo gusto ko lang ding i-develop pa yung discussion about being a coach. Saktong-sakto, Chisto's had experience being a coach. For a coach sa League of Legends, nagpo-focus ka ba sa strategies? Sa playbook mo ba? Or do you actually coach like individual players? Like, do you actually coach this guy on how to be a core player, how to be an ADC, on how to be a attacker or a jungler? Ganun ba ka-specific or broader?
For me, it depends. Usually, some coaches, they tend to do both. Pero it mostly depends kung ano yung strengths na nakikita mo doon sa team mo. So, for example, kung mataas na yung game knowledge ng team mo, maybe you'd focus more on the mental aspect, especially when it comes to the pressure, playing on stage, yung mga bagay na gano'n. Or if they're used to that, kung confident yung players mo, you might be on the side na Tuturuan mo sila tungkol sa game knowledge, strategy, especially pick and ban, very important once it comes to the game. So, as far as coaching goes, I think you have to do a little bit of both para talagang makatulong ka dun sa team mo.
Yeah, that's right. And of course, as a coach, you have to know your players. You have to know them on a personal level din talaga, because you wouldn't know if they're strong mechanically or if they just if they're good at macro but they lack the actual mechanics to play. So as a coach, kailangan mo talaga tutukan yung mga players minsan. And I believe that's what Chisto was doing before when he was coaching under Emperor Esports.
I love that he always mentions Chisto when the word coach comes up. But it's gonna be exciting to see then, kasi I think he's also coaching both of the teams. I mean, technically speaking. So marami, I'm sure na mabibigay sa table ang coach, of course, from the GH squad. It's really exciting to see kung ano yung pwede nilang ipakita now that we have a new patch. A relatively new patch. Just a few weeks pa lang tayo dito. Actually, baka mga 2 weeks pa lang.
Speaking of the new patch nga, Wolf, I think the recent patch a bit smaller, 9.14, the patch before this one, yun talaga yung may malaking chunk ng changes. We did see a bit of buffs to most of the champions and some slight nerfs, but I feel like with the recent patches, sobrang fluid na ng meta ng League of Legends na you can almost see any pick really come out, especially on the competitive level na most of the top teams are just picking whatever they're comfortable on. And there's no really big niche picks na nakikita mong laging pinipick na talagang pinag-aagawan ng mga teams. So as far as the champions that we can expect today, feeling ko kung ano-ano lang yung makikita natin.
Kung ano-ano lang.
Kung ano-ano lang. That's the term. For a lack of a better term.
I love it.
Well, hindi sa kung ano-ano lang, but I do believe that this patch actually gives more possibilities for creativity and creative compositions to come out. Kasi I remember back in the qualifiers, may lumabas na speed up the Ramos composition, and it worked really, really well. I forgot who actually brought it out, but that kind of creativity is what I kind of love to see in Pro League of Legends, and I want to see that kind of creativity, that kind of imagination, na hindi lang sila stick to the meta, even though there's not really a defined meta as of now.
I love that we're talking about creativity and mukhang sobrang creative ng mga viewers natin around market. And we really invite you guys to come here to this activity center para sabay-sabay tayo mag-enjoy ng League of Legends. But actually, going back to the topic, we're talking about the patch. Dahil kung ano-ano na nga lang ang makikita natin, meron pa rin bang theme na makikita natin sa ating patch? I can fairly remember last season, PPGL of 2019 Season 1, malaking ang emphasis ng mga teams sa faster-paced type of gameplay. But for this kind of patch, I know that hindi pa nga defined yung meta natin, but at the very least, what can we expect from the teams?
I think we can expect a lot of early game strength as far as your picks goes. With the recent patches, champions such as Renekton, such as Kled, way stronger now in the early game. So we are expecting more early game focused champions. And a little bit less on the scaling side. Like you mentioned, faster pace pa rin. And I think that's the way that most teams are used to playing, especially here in our region. Mahilig maglaro ng mabilis. Ang mga Philippine teams talagang super fast-paced. Gusto nila bakbakan kaagad. And that is what is very fun to watch.
Well, I think that we are going to the draft in a very short while. And this is going to be exciting. Game 1 ng ating semifinals. Champion Select, guys.
Alright,
what can we expect?
Okay, so first ban dito ng GH Alpha will be that Olaf. And like we mentioned during, before the draft actually, na early game, yung magiging focus ng mga teams. Olaf, what he does well, it's in the early game. So removing that will deny Domeng from any of that early game pathing that he can use to dominate the game. But right now, Royal Esports is going to respond with that Irelia, which is a pretty strong solo laner here.
Definitely.
So good ban there from Royal Esports. We're waiting on what else might be removed here. Very interesting ban here. Kalista ang tinanggal ng GH Alpha. I think this most likely will be a target ban actually onto Zivs because Kalista isn't really one of the strongest marksmen right now. So this is more of a respect ban coming from GH Alpha.
Yeah, that kind of shows that GH Alpha has done their research. No? Hindi lang sila ban what's strong. Because Kalista, we have not seen a lot of Kalistas in pro play as of late. And that's just, he's kind of banning out the bot lane strategy that Royal might come up with.
Yeah, and very interesting second ban here galing sa Royal Esports. So, nauubos na yung viable junglers na meron tayo sa patch na to. With Silas removed, that's another top-tier jungler actually removed here. So I'm wondering what junglers these players might fall upon, might end up playing the tanks actually. But the third ban here from GH Alpha will be that Volibear. And Volibear, if we follow international play, has been rising in popularity, especially in that support role. So let's see which picks decide to pop out here. Aatrox, very interesting here. Galing sa GH Alpha. Aatrox.
I like it.
Why do you like it?
Because Aatrox is just such a showy champion. Aatrox has basically replaced Riven as the mechanical kind of show-off champion that you pull out while still being strong in the meta.
Yeah, I think that we'll see the draft resumed soon. So guys, be patient with us. We're just fixing some technical difficulties while we are in draft. But I think na they will still continue with their draft. Or actually, having the first pick on Aatrox, will you think na yun pa rin itutuloy nila?
If we follow tournament standard, we should keep the lock-in with the Aatrox. I mean, Aatrox could... Since may pagka-meta naman, yung pag-pick kay Aatrox, he is still very strong. So I feel like they will stick with that lock-in. But just to go back to the draft, right?
Go ahead.
Talking about the bans here, we were talking about how teams like to play fast-paced. And karamihan ng na-ban na champion dito actually tend to be super strong, especially pagdating sa early game. So these teams are definitely playing towards what the meta will want them to do. And I'm very interested to see actually kung ano yung ilalabas nila na picks pagdating na pagbalik natin sa pick and ban.
But they did ban out yung sinasabi mga early game oriented type of champions. But that might mean na makakita tayo nung out of the meta. Kaso, just like you said, kung ano-ano na lang yung mapipili dito, Gisto. So, I'm still in the dark kung anong pwedeng makita natin sa mga teams.
I would love to talk about the jungle possibilities though. Kasi, as you said, Volley's been banned out, Olaf's been banned out. Those are some really good early junglers. Silas has been banned out. So, would we possibly... I think we could possibly see them default onto junglers such as Jarvan, or maybe pull out something very unorthodox or creative, like Rammus back in the qualifiers. Although, with the jungle pool kind of narrowing na, it kind of pinches the junglers. They kind of have to prioritize those picks early on.
I kind of want to ask, meron ba kayong parang alam na inside info kung ano yung mga natural picks ng mga teams na to? Like, even from the qualifiers, would you say?
Feeling ko shared yung kanilang mga champions dito na. So, aside from the Kalista, which we did see banned out, I feel like most of the players on both teams do share a similar champion pool, especially some picks such as the Lucian, the Ezreal might be shared among their bot lane, but I wonder if they are gonna, since Jitan mentioned that the pool is narrowing down, I wonder which way the teams will prioritize their pick and ban. Kasi mag-uunahan to
Yeah, for sure. Kasi like you said, shared nga naman yung champion pool nila, which means that almost the same yung kanilang mga pagpipilian. I kind of wanna ask this, since saktong-sakto na pag-usapan natin kanina before the game yung mga topics per role. Kasi the top lane, you mentioned about the Renekton as well as the Aatrox. So ano pa ba yung mga pwede natin makita on the specific position?
I've seen Kled come out in a couple recent tournaments, and because of the new mechanic that I think it was the shield reduction or healing reduction that Kled now has because of patch 9.14, he could be a very viable counter to this Aatrox that we will probably see back.
Okay, so dapat mabilis na lang itong unang set natin ng ban. So just to recap, I believe it was Olaf, Kalista, and Volibear on the side of GH Alpha. Tapos sa Royal Esports naman, Irelia, Silas, and kung di ako nagkakamali, Vladimir yata.
Yes.
Yung pangatlong ban nila doon. So kung susundin natin yun, dapat yun pa rin yung lumabas na bans. Wala dapat magbabago dyan. Kundi baka ma-remake na naman to. But going back, right, we'll see whether or not they keep the Aatrox.
I would like to see the Aatrox.
Yeah, I believe Aatrox should be the lock-in here for GH Alpha. Still up in the air though kung anong lane mapupunta yung Aatrox na yun, because in certain matchups, he is viable to be played in the mid lane. Probably in the melee matchups para hindi siya mabully ng ganong kadali. Let's see kung ano yung magiging response dito ng Real Esports. Alice 1. Kasama mo talaga yung Alice 1. Waiting on that pick. Karma right now is the hover. So okay, gusto ko yung pag-pick ng Karma dito na early because Karma can function very well in both solo lanes and the support role as well. So you essentially have this really nice flex pick na mag-iisip muna yung kalaban nyo kung saan mapupunta tong Karma na to. So, they will be a bit confused when it comes to matchups. Let's see what they pair with the Karma and bang. Will it be the Jarvan?
As I said, they might just default onto picks like the Jarvan, extremely reliable, always a good pick, almost always, except for the patches where he's just really nerfed to the ground. Pero just the utility of having a Jarvan is really, really nice.
Oh,
okay, but GH Alpha, old school tong pag-lock-in nila dito. Zaire, Rakan, Lovers bot lane here for GH Alpha. Very interesting here. Not many teams run the Zaire Arcan anymore.
I haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah, we haven't seen it in a while either. So I'm excited to see kung ano yung kaya nilang gawin with these two picks.
Actually, what is the nature of the first set of picks here for GH Alpha? Because I think that they want to at least secure yung kanilang super early game, like even in laning stage per se.
Yeah, GH Alpha, gaya na sinabi mo, Wolf, they are trying to secure stronger laning phases here. Zaire Khan, very strong. As a duo there in the bot lane. Aatrox as well into great. Has a lot of good matchups. But I want to touch on this specific pick on the side of Real Esports. The Illaoi being locked in. Something that we don't normally see in competitive play. This is definitely a pocket pick, and it is coming out very, very early.
Alright, so let's talk about Illaoi. We know that she was buffed back in 9.13, I believe. Not buffed as much as she was kind of changed a bit. She was adjusted. And from what I've been seeing, both in solo queue and a couple local tournaments, Illaoi has been really prominent, at least in those environments. So I kind of want to see how she fares against the possible Aatrox top lane, because Illaoi is just press E and you basically win.
Alright, so to touch on the second phase of banning here, both the LeBlanc and Zed removed here from Aaron. And I think Real Esports have done their homework as well. Alam nila na ito yung dalawa sa main champions Aaron. He usually plays both in solo queue and during the qualifiers as well. He is known as an assassin player. So denying that from him is a great move by Real Esports. As for GH Alpha, they did remove the Azir and the Pyke. And on those two bans, I'm liking the Azir ban because one thing na binibigay ng Azir para sa team mo is that disengage with Emperor's Divide. And looking at GH Alpha, it looks like they want to run in. They want to just charge straight at Real Esports. But right now, they are deciding sa pang-apat na pick nila. They are hovering on that Lee Sin, which would give them a lot more early game pressure. And give them that transition into the late game. But Elise as well basically functions the same way. Doon sa Lee Sin natin, still a strong early game jungler.
Yeah, less flashy, but you know, if you want to have a very reliable early game jungler, it's gonna be the Elise. Lee Sin can be a little bit hit or miss depending on how you actually play the game. But I would have wanted to see those sick insect plays, especially since we're at the top level of League of Legends in the Philippines.
Zoe. Well, now since kompleto na yung champions ito for GH Alpha, I want to ask you guys very quickly, ano yung theme ng GH Alpha? What do they want to achieve sa kanilang lineup na to?
Yeah, gusto dito ng GH Alpha is to look for the targets on the side of Real Esports that are isolated, that are alone on the map. They want to get all of these picks with their single target CC. Sleepy Trouble Bubble from the Zoe, yung Cocoon galing kay Elise, very, very effective when it comes to picking off targets mid-rotation. So, GH Alpha, they want to find those isolated targets. On the side of Real Esports, though, to counter that, ang gusto ng lineup na to is to stick together. They want to group up to avoid these picks and use the speed-ups from both the Sivir and the Karma to use that to engage onto the enemy team.
Alright, so I think we're kind of seeing the classic pick comp versus team fight comp here. So many pick potential abilities here on the side of GH Alpha, while Real Esports, if they don't let themselves get picked off, they have such a strong team fight with a Jarvan, Cataclysm to lock everybody, and the Illaoi coming in with all of the tentacles, slamming down on everybody, the Syndra just unleashing her balls on everybody, as well as the Sivir and the Karma for those buffing everybody abilities. It's going to be a bloodbath if Royal Esports gets a really good team fight.
So, since you've mentioned na classic na pick-off versus a group-off strategy, na alam natin na it's always dependent on execution. Sobrang cliche sabihin, dependent on execution, but it is indeed on the execution. Both teams, they have some pros and cons, but I want to ask you ngayon, anong win conditions? Can you elaborate what are the win conditions for both teams? Chisto?
For me, GH Alpha, they want to get their Aatrox, they want to get their solo laners rolling. They really want to work on that snowball para makapag-function sila on their own and probably just look for picks on their own. So that is the goal here for GH Alpha. Get their solo laners ahead. As for Real Esports, you want to survive here. Get your silver to scale and just find those team fights. That is the goal. Yun yung strength ng kanilang draft dito. So they want to look for those team fights against GH Alpha. They have a lot of tools to go for those team fights. It's just like you mentioned, Wolf. Kaya ba nilang i-execute yun pagdating ng game?
How about you?
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. As I said, pick comp versus team fighting comp. And really, it's going to be on Royal Esports. They can lose a couple fights early game, but they can definitely turtle and get stronger towards the mid to late game. Look for those team fights. They just have to not get caught is the thing. GH Alpha, they're going to be aggressively looking for those picks. They're going to be looking for the trouble bubbles into the cocoons. The Aatrox even has a decent pick ability with his Q. And the Rakan can just follow up, charming everybody and knocking everybody up. So it's going to be very hard for Real Esports to split off and try to ward things. So they're really gonna have to stick together here.
Yeah, kind of wanna ask you ngayon yung hardest question sa panel, palagi.
Yes.
Who do you think is gonna win and how are they gonna win it? Game 1.
For me, game 1 I think goes to GH Alpha. Tingin ko meron sila ng execution to run this style, this pick comp. Like I mentioned, their mid laner Aaron, very proficient when playing these assassins. So I really am confident with GH Alpha's abilities for game 1. I'm picking them to pick up this game.
Yeah, how about you, G?
Normally, I would go for the team fight comps because I know how they scale better. If they're able to execute it, they have a lot more room for error. However, in this case, GH Alpha, as Chista said, they do have the capabilities, they have the mechanics, they have the know-how and the synergy to pull off a comp such as this. So I'm gonna go with GH Alpha as well.
Yeah, I think that it's going to be GH 2-0 para sa ating panel ngayon. Again, it's all about the execution. It's all about who can execute yung kanilang lineup and who can actually achieve their win conditions faster. Now, outside of the game for sure, outside of the draft, I mean, meron pa mga other factors that like vision, like warding, for example, map control, and for sure, makikita natin yan sa ating game. But for now, that's enough of the panel. Ipapasa na natin yan sa ating mga casters, Get Me Osiris, as well as Wami. Take the floor, guys.
Welcome guys dito sa Philippine Pro Gaming League 2019 at syempre dito tayo sa unang match. Real versus GH Alpha. At syempre kami ang inyong tagapagsalaysay at matinding ng tagadala ng matinding bakbakan sa loob ng Rift. Ako si Osiris at kasama ko si...
Ako si Omi, and this is gonna be our first game of this best of 3 series. Medyo inaabangan ko talaga tong series na to. This is Royal Esports versus GH Alpha, and GH Alpha is known to be one of those teams that has young players and veterans mixed in. And pag sinabi kong young players and veterans mixed in, that's a lethal combination, dude.
Sobra.
Makikita mo ang experience ng mga veterano at yung gigil ng mga young blood natin dyan. Pero kung titignan natin yung Royal Esports, they're no stranger to competition. Coming in from Visayas, just really their best team right now. And they are the representatives. We know a lot of good Visayan teams, pero we are seeing Royal Esports right now facing GH Alpha. Ngayon, gaano ka ba ka-excited sa laban na to?
Medyo isa to sa kaabang-abang. Kasi alam natin, ito yung mga teams dito sa Philippines na on the rise. Kumbaga, hindi na ito yung paulit-ulit lang na nakikita natin. At least this is something different, especially sa Visayas region. Itong team na to, bago lang ang kanilang mga pinapakitang mga picks, mga strategy, which is kilalang Visayas sa mga panibago, unorthodox pick.
Ayun talaga. Speaking of unorthodox, bigyan na lang natin ng konting history pa. Yung Visayas region talaga in League of Legends, based on competitive history, marami talaga sila mga pick na kakaiba. At pag sinabi natin kakaiba, hindi ibig sabihin hindi gumagana. Ibabalik natin, turn back natin yung time sa AEX nung 2015. Grabe ang ginawa ng AEX doon. Nami-mid. Pero ngayon, syempre, very fluid ang meta. Sinabi nga ng ating mga analysts dyan sa analyst desk. Napakatalino mga bata nandyan. Very fluid ang meta. Malay mo, may i-pull off na naman ang Visayas dito.
Alam mo naman ang Visayas, full of surprises ang mga team na to. At syempre, tayo naka-ready na at tamang lang tayo. Tamang setup lang. At GH Alpha, naman natin to, dalawang teams. Meron tayo ngayon, GH Kaiju and GH Alpha. Unang papakitang gilas ng Alpha. Ano bang natin dyan sa GH Alpha?
Well, GH Alpha, napakalakas ka. Pero wag na natin patagalin pa. In-game na tayo. Bakbakan na mga papichulo. Nandito tayo sa first game of this best of 3 series. This is Royal Esports versus GH Alpha. Actually, inaabangan nga natin lahat gustong-gusto ko na makita. Hindi pa ba
More
start?
League of Legends action para sa atin dito sa Market. At syempre dyan sa mga audience din natin dyan sa live, sa Facebook at tayo na pumasok sa game mismo. Tamang na lang muna tayo. Players, kita mo na may mga youngsters natin dito. Talagang ready na. Focus.
Pero speaking of youngsters, may mga tayo dito, may mga players tayong kilala na.
Oo.
Nakita natin to nung actually season 1 ng PPGL 2019. Si Dre. Si Dre ng GH Alpha ngayon, still the AD carry. He was the AD carry of TNC back when they fought against Liab in our grand finals in PPGL 2019. Pero yan na nga mga kapatid at mga kaibigan dito sa Market at sa mga viewers natin sa Facebook Live natin sa PPGL page. Yes. Welcome sa ating first game of this best of 3 series between GH Alpha and Royal Esports. Ito, gusto mo ba mag-lineup call, Paps?
Oo naman. Para may pakilala natin na maigi. At syempre, sisimulan ko na sa GH Alpha. GH spell sa kanyang Aatrox, si Just sa kanyang Elise, Aaron sa kanyang Zoe, Dre sa kanyang Kaisa, at si Dro sa kanyang Rakan.
And from Royal Esports, straight from Visayas, nandito si Alice sa top lane with that Ilawi. Meanwhile, Domeng will be playing Jarvan. Meanwhile, for Salam, that's gonna be a Syndra. And for our bottom lane duo, that's Sivs and Moops on that Cyber Karma duo bot lane rather.
Yes.
Pero yun nga nakikita natin ngayon, medyo safe ang start ng both teams natin. Wala masyadong invades na mangyayari, pero may mga wards na nakalapag na. So that means that both teams have a fair amount of information around the map. And kung informasyon ang pag-uusapan, napaka-importanting factor niyan sa League of Legends.
Oo naman, kasi kailangan mong hulihin yung mga rotations. It's all about the knowledge. It's all about you being ready kung ano ang isasapak ng kalaban. Pero ito, ang mid lane natin medyo interesting dahil alam natin yung Paddle Star as well as the balls dito ni Syndra. Alam natin yung poke na manggagaling the Dark Spheres. Sure tayong maganda ang damage output for the mid lane. Although, highest chance of kills manggagaling sa Elise once na i-ready yung Cocoon or level 2 Jarvan Domeng going to roam.
Well, if you think about it, Dark Sphere versus Paddle Star, mas madaling ipatama ang Dark Sphere. Yep. Mas spammable siya in the lane. So I am guessing that the Syndra will be winning short trades.
Yep.
But then again, the all-in damage coming in from Paddle Star paired with the Sleepy Trouble Bubble, that's immediate half HP with the Electrocute, 1/3 HP, Ignite, ubus-ubus ka na. So I think Salam has to be careful around this.
Yeah.
Aaron, I don't know if he played a lot of Zoe. Actually, of course, Zoe in PPGL, Zoe ngayon meta, pero I'm not quite sure if he played a lot of Zoe in PPGL. But then again, if you're looking at top-tier mid laner in Aaron, you have to expect that this guy knows how to hit his Paddle Star.
Yeah, and knowing nakasama niya rin dito si Just Chi with that Cocoon, alam naman natin na mechanically gifted. So mechanically gifted itong si Just Chi and putting hope lang naman gagaling pero Sleepy Bubble Trouble hindi tatama as well as the Battle Star. Tamang farm lang dito sa mid lane. So push him a bit more sa kanyang tower.
Yep, and I think that's a great trade for Salam. Salam over there, tumama yung scatter for the weak niya, plus the Dark Sphere. That's a lot of damage for this Syndra. And higit sa lahat, hindi tumama yung Sleepy Trouble Bubble. It's integral for any Zoe in lane na mapatama mo yung Sleepy Trouble Bubble mo. Medyo pakabalang na konti, pero wala pa namang first blood.
Pero kung tutusin, talagang kinukuha ni Salam yung spotline dito sa mid lane. Although si Zoe, isa siya sa pinakamalaking threat into the mid game up to the late game. Pero minamando at binabantayan siya na maigi ni Salam.
Oo, pero ayan nga, medyo mag-ingat-ingat na tayo dito. Zoe, merong Jarvan na nakaabang dito sa gilid. Might go for a gank after he takes that Raptor. So Cyrus, mag-abang-abang ka na.
Oo, inaabangan ko na nga maigi. Alam mo naman si J4, isa siya sa mga hero na pwedeng pumasok pero mukhang kailangan pa ba ng tulong dito ni Salam as the boat flash is being burned and the Ignite being dropped as Aaron drops as well. Pero Josh Chi dito sa top lane, magkakasubaybayan and spells here, just put a little about of CC. Pero hindi tumama ang kuko ni Just Chi. So for now, 1 kill tayo dito sa scoreboard.
And kung titignan natin kanina, that's 3 flashes burnt in the mid lane. Na-burn ang flash ni Salam, na-burn din ang flash ni Aaron, pero higit sa lahat, na-burn din ang flash ni Domeng at hindi niya kinailangan i-burn yung flash na yun. So if you are looking, Just Chi versus Domeng in the jungle, you have Elise, who's by far one of the strongest 1v1 junglers in the game. you have no flash. That's gonna be dangerous for Domeng. If Joshi does decide to go inside the jungle Royal, that's gonna be a dangerous spot for Jarvan to be in. And kung titignan natin yung mga lane priority, nakukuha lagi ng GH Alpha as of now. So Royal Esports, they have to protect their jungler if they expect that their jungler will protect them.
Yeah, and at the same time, nakuha yung unang gank dito sa mid lane ng Royal. So it means they know, Domeng knows what the threat na dala ng Zoe. Kasi isang paddle star, kaya mo nang makapatay kaagad.
Half HP.
Alam mong dapat mong tamaan yun. Pero si Dro with that airborne, mukhang hindi natama. Pero Sleepy Bubble Trouble from downtown, walang tatamaan. And that's gonna be a kill gang for now sa GHA.
Pero tingnan natin si Domeng. Medyo na dito siya hindi tatama ang flag and drag. Flash is burnt for Zoe, pero yun yung flash na nanggaling sa kanyang W na nakakaagaw talaga. Ay, actually nakaka-pick up ng libreng spell thief. And nga nakakuha ng libreng spells. Good to its name.
Yeah. Okay na rin, pero still, tinatry ng GH Alpha. Iparamdam yung presence nila across the board. Pero ang Royal ang nambabraso at si Domeng is on the right spot and magkakaroon na naman siya ng content rotation dito sa bot lane.
Pero tingnan natin, medyo, actually pala, na malikmata ako. Kala ko level 3 pa rin si Domeng, kinabahan na ako. Pero yun na nga, level 5, both of our junglers, still no Cataclysm available for Domeng since he is level 5. The moment he gets that Cataclysm, that's gonna be a lethal combo for the bottom lane duo. We have the Mantra Inspire coming in from Karma on the hunt as well. The movement speed will be massive coming in from this bottom lane duo. The moment Cataclysm is up, that's gonna be a whole lot of ricochets and boomerang blades all day, all night.
Yeah, yun din yung kailangan mong isipin dito na maigi. Level 5 pa lang si Domeng, nandito siya sa bot side ng mapa. So it means they are showing an emphasis of that Infernal Drake. And at the same time, pag nagkaroon ng Cataclysm, that's the time na pwede nilang durugin yung bot side ng GHA.
Yeah, and we have to look at Dre and Draw. Dre is, may reputasyon na yan. He can carry games. And by carry, I mean legit na carry talaga. Pero tignan natin kung
Cataclysm, papasok siya dito and that's gonna be the redemption as well. Pero si Aaron, naabot kay Axel Baby Bubble Trouble pa mga tulad si Domeng, pero hindi sapat. Mortal Jump para mailagan, pero si Moves ang maglilinis. At yan, ang kill na naman mula sa Royal.
And this is Royal just showing how aggressive playstyle rewards players early.
Yes, indeed.
We have at least, I think, actually no, nakakagulat. GH Alpha, even if they're down by 2 kills, 200 lang ang gold lead. So that means we have to look at the CS. 20 CS ang lamang ni Aatrox versus Illaoi. And this is surprising because we know that Illaoi is one of those lane bullies that's really annoying to go up against, especially if you're a melee champion. But look at Spells. He is playing this top lane perfectly as of now. Ipagdasal na lang natin na huwag siya mag-gank ni Domeng.
Kaso mukhang nagkaroon ng emphasis dito. That's gonna be the leap of faith. Si Alice dito papalag, si Spells, hahabulin siya. Test of Fate. Pero sapat na ba yun? Tamang may slow down. Pero sinabi natin emphasis sa Infernal Drake na una pa rin kunin ng GH Alpha.
And Infernal Drake pushes their lead. I think, kung titignan natin, it says 700 gold lead, diba?
Yep.
Infernal Drake, based sa stats na nabasa ko, even if the gold is around like 300 lang, 100 lang makukuha mo for the one that gets a dragon, the bonuses it gives you is actually worth around 1,000 gold. So we're looking at a dead even game right now. Medyo lamang pa nga yung GH Alpha. But in terms of kill score, Royal Esports has been playing their aggressive playstyle lang. Up to their game, we are seeing a very efficient game from this Syndra, from this Jarvan. 100 kill percent participation as of now.
Yes, indeed. So, ang mga nagpapaikot ng bola dito ay si Domeng mismo. At considering pala, going back dun sa top lane discussion na sinabi mo, lamang na dito si Spells. Pero, kung titignan mo muna dito sa mid lane, Cataclysm, papalag, Unleash Power, jump portal dito. Si Aaron, haabot nga pa pero si Josh Chi at saka ang tulong ni Spells na ahead sa top lane, pumisita sa mid lane pero makakakuha pa rin ang kill ng Royal at walang haymaker pabalik ang GH Alpha.
But if you're Aaron right now, you should be asking yourself, should I even go for lane priority at this point? Jarvan has been camping this mid lane for
Heavily camping that.
For the whole part of the early game, nasa mid lane lang tong Jarvan. Every time Cataclysm is up, you're seeing Jarvan rotate in mid lane, abusing this Zoe without flash. The moment na na-burn nila yung flash ng early gank, paulit-ulit na lang kay Aaron. And now the Zoe is 0-3. You can't expect a 0-3 Zoe to burst down the enemy carry.
Sobrang kulang na lang. Ang magagawa na lang niya, mag-slinky bubble trouble and not expecting too much damage sa kanyang portal jump. Masasabi natin na talagang unti-unti nang bumabagsak yung Zoe natin, si Aaron. Mas nahihirapan pa siya lalo dito. And having Salam going ahead dito sa lineup na to, talagang mas malaking tulong yung pada assassination, but Zed's gonna be the cleanse. Here comes Aaron into the side. Salam sa gilid, pero si Moon Flash at papalag sila dito. Ito na makakabawi sila Astro. Jumping into the 2. Back up, andito sa gilid, pero si Josh G tatalon, mag-Raffle, maghahanap na ng kalaban, pero ito na team na magagaling kay Sims. Goes in for the hunt. Nag-aabol si Doming dito at mukhang atras ng GH Alpha, but that's gonna be a kill para sa GHA at 1 din para sa Real.
When that 1-for-1 trade, okay yun for GH Alpha. They finally got their first kill, gave Zoe that goal na kailangan talaga ni Aaron at this point. Pero tingnan natin ang top lane.
Leap of faith. Ito na nga ba ang faith ni Alice? Tutumba nga po siya. Pero si Spells, susubukin ang kanyang soul. Tentacles all around, mag-aabot si Dominic, flag clear combo, pero napakagandang paggamit ng plants to the side, but that's gonna be the slow. Are they going to push even further as GH Alpha goes back? At good attempt para sa Royal.
Ngayon, balik tayo dun sa 1-for-1 trade natin kanina dun. At sa top lane na rin. Lamang si Spells in terms of CS. But then again, the moment na matamaan ka nung W ni Ilawi,
mahirap.
That's gonna be a hard day for you. Kasi kailangan mong umalis in a certain area wherein nadadamage ka ng sobrang lala without you. Walang counterplay basically. Nakakairita katapat ng Ilawi, especially if you're a melee champion. But look at this Cataclysm na naman.
Flag spear combo, pero papasok pa rin sa portal. Speedy bubble trouble, aabot ka pa dito, pero wala siyang enough damage para durugin si Domeng. Unleash power para kay Syndra, kay Salam, pero hindi na sapat as Aaron is going to survive another day. Kaso, up until he went.
And ayun nga, yung sinasabi ko sa iyo kanina, Aaron right now is playing the mid lane a little bit safer. Nasa ilalim siya ng Torre. Trinay pilit ng Royal sa mid, pero dahil nasa ilalim ng Torre to si Aaron, Sleepy Trouble Bubble, mag-ingat tayo dito. That's gonna be a lot.
With the half-life. Salam. Habol nga ba dito? Si Aaron, mukhang may ipit siya sa side. Si Spells, dito na rin, pero Scatter of the Week, a very good sidestep na magagaling kay Salam. At si Aaron dito sa gilid. Spells papasok. Ito na ang backup ng GH Alpha. Nandito sa bot lane, papasok na si Sims. Nagsa-sidestep, here comes the flash, here comes the TP as well. Pero itinali dito, pero sumubok ang unang tutumba sa kamay ni Dre. At ito na, pati si Elvis, pati ang backup na si Domeng. Nag-aabol dito ng gagamba as Josh G is running away, but that's gonna be the poon. Natama na bahagya dito, pero si Domeng nag-aabol pa rin ng tuluyan.
Rakan is there.
Aabot ba? Aabot pa kaya? And I think they're going to disengage. Not unless Alex wants to go further.
And ito talaga, GH Alpha. Nakita nila medyo lugi sila sa mid lane. They lost a fight essentially in that mid lane as well dun sa 1-for-1 trade. Dahil kahit nabigyan nila ng kill yung Zoe, yung Royal Esports pa rin yung nakarami dun. So, if you're looking at the bot lane, you have a star player in Trey. It's natural that you try your best to get him ahead. And right now, Trey already has that Essence Reaver with another BF Sword. This is gonna be a massive saya in the mid game, especially if he gets that Feather Storm with a Blade Caller na tatama at least 4 feathers on the Sivir. And ang gagawin lang dito ni Zips, he has to time his spell shield right. Pero tingnan natin mukhang may magkakaroon ng labanan dito sa Mountain Drake Knight.
Wala na tayong third plating. So ngayon, Mountain Drake, ang inahabol na dito si Domeng with ang katakalisin. Habol na si Josh C dito, pero stopwatch into the side. Unleash power, Scatter of the Wick, Salam is going to take down Aaron at may ipit na rin si Dre. Shutdown kill mula kay Zips, and this will open the Mountain Drake sa kamay ng Royal.
And this is what I've been telling you kanina pa. Tamang spell shield lang from the Sivir. Kung nakita mo kanina, na-absorb niya yung ulti sa Blade Caller na yun. And that actually saved his life.
Yeah, pero si Zips mukhang hindi na yata masasave dito sa gilid, and throw spells, and even Just G completely taking down Zips. Dominic, Flag Spear combo, runs away. Pero ang GH Alpha, nakakuha ng isa, pero still, that's a Mountain Drake sa kamay ng Royal.
Yeah, and right now, we are seeing that Royal Esports, I think, nananalo sila in terms of, kaya medyo dalibin. Mahirap
tinitignan
They have
kasi
both
ano.
Drakes din kasi.
We have both Drakes din, pero Mountain Drake good for objectives.
Yep.
What they have to do right now is to secure the first third of the game.
Yeah.
Whoever secures the first third of the game has more pressure around the map, has more opportunities to do plays rather. So the
Yes.
moment that they get this turret, especially the mid lane turret, that actually gives them more space nga to play around it, and of course baka mag-start dun yung snowball to a bigger distance.
Yeah, kahit sabihin mo sobrang aggressive ng mga teams natin here and there, wala pa rin tayo na kuwang tower. So far, 15 minutes into the game, turrets are still complete, and kaya hindi pa nagkakatapult yung gold natin gold deficit.
Oh, of course. We are seeing two top-tier teams in PPGL 2019 battle it out. This is gonna be a dead-even game for a first game. And para sa mga viewers natin dyan, this is just the first game. Mainit na quickness.
Galing kay Draw. Mahabol dito si Moops. Pero si Sim, nagwawala. Here comes the Featherstorm. Papalagin the net blade caller na magagaling kay Dre. Instant kill. Si Dre, pinapakita niya yung lakas niya as an AD carry.
Grabe talaga ang damage na nanggagaling dito sa Saya, especially with that type of build. We have a critical... Tumataas din kasi ang damage ng Blade Caller. And Blade Caller, Featherstorm, not quite sure. Basta nagsiscale kasi sa critical chance ang attacks ni Saya.
Yeah.
So that means that building this Essence Reaper will not only give him the opportunity to just spam spells and push the bottom lane, but give him more damage as
the
well.
flash into the katakilism at na katapos ni Dre. Hindi ito mamakalis power, pero ito na, nilapag na naman tuluyan, Scarab the weaknesses. Pero yun na, ginamit ni Salam at katapusan ulit ni Dre.
Yeah, and ang nakakalungkot doon, walang Featherstorm sa Saya.
Oo, wala.
So, di mo maiiwasan ang point-and-click damage ng Unleashed Power ni Syndra. And Unleashed Power, especially with this Syndra 3-1 and 3.
Si Alice
Mataas na
dito.
damage yan.
Kupun. Into the pull-off. Leap of Fate, nakabot pa nga pa, pero still, that's gonna be the kill na manggagaling dito kay Spells.
Ito ang damage na ma-expect natin coming in from this Aatrox.
Yeah.
Darkened Blade, first 2 casts, hindi masyadong masakit.
Oo.
Pero the moment na masampal ka ng pangatlong cast ng Darkened Blade na yan, magdasal-dasal ka na.
Instant damage.
Sobrang lakas talaga.
Considering na meron kupun doon, talagang wala kang oras para huminga at si Spells na ang unang tumatanda ng tore dito sa top side ng game.
Yeah, and of course, we did already see that the first turret did fall down sa bottom lane. So in the top lane, that's gonna be GH Alpha securing their second third of the game.
Oh, yes.
And ito na pinag-uusapan natin, the gold lead translates to that. That's gonna be 1.5 gold, K gold lead in the side of GH Alpha. And that's gonna be a herald as well for GH Alpha dahil hindi ko nakikita na makokontest pa nila. Eh nakuha na nga pala.
Oh.
So this is gonna be,
ganun kabilis.
I think all of the outer thirds will be down soon dahil ito na lang yung pwede nilang lapagan ng Ref Herald nila.
At saka kung titignan mo, nung nawala si Alice, that's the time na talagang pinasok na ng dire-diretso ng GH Alpha yung top side na yun. And right now, they won this mid lane. Medyo konting converging lang dito, pero mukhang mamatahan yung nasa taas. At konting pwesto lang muna. Tignan natin kung talaga bang hahabulin.
And ito nga, kanina tinitingnan natin yung gold lead hindi masyadong gumagalaw. And kung in terms of mechanics, wala tayong problema sa Royal Esports.
Yeah.
Royal Esports, nakikita natin that they are top tier players in terms of mechanics. Pero ito nakikita natin yung macro na ng GH Alpha.
Yeah.
Nauuna sila sa mga rotation. They take fights, then take objectives afterward.
Napakabilis.
And yun yung importante. You have to get objectives after you win fights.
Yeah.
After you win those 1v1 small skirmishes, always get objectives. And they got the bottom lane turret, they got the top lane turret, that frees up a lot of pressure, and Dragon will be spawning a minute from now. So the moment that they want to take that Dragon, they have the option to just place that Rift Herald in the mid lane, pero mukhang bakbakan na dito sa bot lane.
Nakaamoy siya ng sweeping lens, and then hahabulin dito si Aatrox at naiipit ng bahagya si Spells. Pero papasok dito si Draw at pagtutulungan na lahat. Ito na ang Royal. Nakikipagpagpakan pero tutuma pa rin si Doming sa gilid. Dark Blade, nandito na si Spells at saka si Draw. Pero sa backup, nandito na rin si Josh Chi as Elise is going to go back at 1-1 tayo.
Well, sinabi na nga natin kanina, Royal Esports, they don't lack the mechanics. And nakikita nga natin dito, Scatter of the Week, hindi masyadong tumama, pero a lot of damage coming in from this Syndra. Salam is looking to be a scary mid laner this first game.
Medyo hindi ko alam kung si Salam na may nakakatako dito si Aaron dahil tumatakas na rin ang damage na that's gonna be normal airborne na may infinite throw dito sa side. That's gonna be stopwatch. Si Zip naiipit dito. Si Alice rin nandito sa gilid at nagkakabulan na sila ng tuloy as George going down. Pero Sleepy Bubble Trouble, mapapatulog ng konti. Pero si Aaron, bumabagsak na ang kanyang buhay. Royal, naghahanap pa ng ibang kalaban and this is another infinite break na nakikita natin. Si Dre, makakapatay kaya siya and that's gonna be the shutdown. Magandang huli yun. At syempre, makakapatay din si Aaron as Moves will pay the price. At Royal, mamapatras sila dito. Pero si Aaron ay paglaro pa rin sa apoy habang nandito na rin si Josh and this will open the Infernal Drake para sa kanila.
Grabe yun, tol! Kahit ako na paano ako nun eh, wow! Ako dun sa play talaga ni Dre doon dahil ang tapang. Alam niya na may Featherstone siya, pero...
Oh yan, di ba yata ako na kayo matatapos dyan? Parang Naomi as the Drake a bit. Tama TV.
Pero grabe nga yung ginawa ni Dre doon.
Sobra.
He knows his damage. He knows his positioning. At alam niya na the moment he cast that Featherstorm at may madodge siya kahit isang pirasong CC lang, the moment that he presses Great Caller, alam niya marami siya mapapatay doon. So that killer instinct, natakay sa ultimate from Dre, yung killer instinct na innate sa kanya, talaga makikita natin doon. And this is what star players are, how star players are built. Alam niya kung paano bumuhat ng team. And that's gonna be a double Infernal Drake for GH Alpha.
Grabe, this will push them even further. Tandaan natin, kailangan nila ng damage dito kay Dre sa Kaysa at saka dito kay Spells. So, having the 2 Infernal Drake, malaking bagay na yun para sa side ng GH Alpha. And Royal, kailangan nila po dito na mahigit pero binuksan na ang Rift Herald dito sa mid lane and this will be the last outer tower sa kamayan ng Royal.
Oh, sana magamit ng namayos. Sana they get around 2 turrets with this charge. They do have all members in the mid lane, pero tignan natin to, mukhang na-stunning dito si Darvan.
Oh, Sanini indeed. Pero katakalisin, mabalik dito si Josh G. Magra-rappel in and out and that's gonna be the airborne. May abot si Alice at tutumba. Double scatter of the week dito pero Sleepy Bubble Trouble hindi pa rin tatama at nagkakaabulan. Papasok pa rin si Stealth dito. Malakas ang loob ng GH Alpha since wala pa sa kanila tumutumba ni Design still having a good amount of HP and the Final Star with the flash. Kakalapitin na bahagyan mo. Pero kukun at isa pang airborne. Dire-diretso ang GH Alpha at unti-unti na tutumba. Dito ang Royal sa mid lane. Binubuksan ng pinto. Ang base militar unti-unti na binabasag and that's gonna be and you can repair it. Habol dito sa side. Pero kapag pa rin. Pero grabe ang Final Star kahit saan meron and they are going to secure the first inhibitor of the game. And GH Alpha isang straight.
Sabi ko sa'yo, magagamit pa yan yung maayos and they responded. This is gonna be an inhibitor in the mid lane. And kung titignan natin mabuti, big yikes lang yung damage. Makikita mo, Paddle Star, Portal Jump, goodbye HP.
And this is a 2-5 Zoe.
And this is a 2-5 Zoe. Ano ba nangyayari dito? Dapat, alam mo, nerf na dapat ulit. Let's take note, na-nerf na to si Zoe pero ganyan pa rin bawas. Pero wag natin discount. Nakikita natin kanina on the defense coming in from Royal. Salam was able to dish out tons of damage using those Dark Spears and scatter the weak. So in terms of defending against this GH Alpha composition, the key still is to Salam. Salam has to get a priority target.
Yeah, and speaking of priority target, it was just cheap. Dropping that cocoon dito kay Zivs. Removing that Severe para mas mababasa ng firepower ng Royal sa pag-defend na yun. And Royal, wala. Nahirapan silang ibangon dahil wala na rin si Zivs. Walang bunga ng blade, kulang.
Kulang talaga. And kung titingnan natin yung composition na GH Alpha, they do specialize in small skirmishes and pick-offs. Nakikita natin na yung pick-off potential coming in from Sleepy, Trouble, Bubble, and Cocoon. Ramdam talaga, even in sieges. If you try to defend that turret of yours, you better be good on your positioning. Kailangan may fancy feet ka if gusto mong iwasan yung mga Cocoon na yun at yung mga bubble na nag-carry.
Naku, aabutan na bahagya dito pero katakilin si maabutin si Aaron and that's gonna be unleashed power as Salam. Salamat sa instant kill na yun.
Ayan nga, press R to win tayo dito sa ating Syndra already has that Ludens Echo paired with a blasting wand and a fiendish Codex. A lot of AP on the Syndra right now can instantly burst you if meron kang mga 5 o 6 na Dark Sphere. That's an automatic press R to win, and inaabangan ko na lang. I think this is gonna be Banshee's build. Defensive item for Salam. Especially meron defense pa. Labanan na!
Hindi! Pero mag-o-open na sila dito. Stop! Makakuha! Tatlong airborne pero si Domeng ang tutumba. Ito tamang stop for siya sa gilid. Just with the flash! Aabutin pa. Moves, tumumba na rin. Nagtatakasan na dito ang Royal. Pero red light na dito. Red light. Si Salam. Naghahanap pa rin dito si Judge. Tsaka si Dave. Push even further. Itong mid lane. And this will open the Baron. Tandaan natin, tatlo ang tumumba habang wala sa GH Alpha.
Well, this is gonna be a risky Baron if you think about it. Actually, boy, tatlo magkakaroon ng DP si Alice. This is gonna be a dangerous Baron for GH Alpha. Pero GH Alpha, they do have 3 members right now. The 2 primary carries plus Justy securing it with a smite. So this is gonna be a little bit safe for GH Alpha. But the teleport is up for Alice if they want to contest. They do give this Baron away. So this is gonna be GH Alpha trying to end this game with this Baron.
Yes, indeed. At napakaganda ng pinakita ng GH Alpha sa team fight na yun. This spells with that initiation at medyo ramdam mo na. Ramdam mo na na kulang na sa firepower, pero at least ito lang ang konting compensation makakuha ng Royal. Infernal Drake, pero mukhang hindi papayag ang GH Alpha. Grace on killing spree. Naghahanap pa sila dito. Spells, ginamit na kanyang ulti, zoning everyone away sa Royal. And this will be the 3rd Infernal Drake ng GH Alpha.
Mukhang nasa side ng GH Alpha ngayon ng RNG. That's gonna be 3 Infernal Drakes, and kung mahapdiin na si Zoe, pahapdiin pa. Kung ang Feather Storm umuubos ng 5, kung 6 yung kalaban niya, mauubos din yun. This is gonna be a Baron empowered GH Alpha as they try to push this bottom lane. 4 people coming in from Royal Esports trying to defend.
Star of the Week, tatamaan ng konti. Pero ito na, nagkakabahan sila dito. Binubuksan na ulit ang base militar. Mapasok sa pinakalikod. And GH Jason Rambex, nagkakasiraan na. Leap of Faith, mag-aamulan. Si Alice hindi na rin sapat. Hindi nakakayanin ng Royal ang lakas, ang gigil ng GH Alpha with all of those damage. Ito yung Infernal Drake. Kahit si Aaron pumasok kasi wala at makukuha niya si Aaron. Aaron with just copy paste.
And this is gonna be game 4 or actually game 1 for best of 3 series. Pero medyo konting bakbakan ba dito?
Yun natin, malay mo, makabawi ba? Pero kung hindi yata sa kamay ni Trey, tutumba unti-unti as Justy and Spells will finish Royal Esports. GH Alpha, game 1.
And this is a best of 3 series. So GH Alpha taking, kita natin, GH Alpha, napakalakas na team. Hindi naman nila dinurog ang Royal Esports. And nakita natin, may fighting chance sa Royal Esports.
Sobrang methodical na ginawa nila. Kahit sabihin mo na focus doon si Aaron, bumangon.
Oo, bumangon talaga. Nakita natin yung potential ni Dre to carry the game and his team to give him the ability to do so. So, for GH Alpha fans, supportahan nyo na rin yung team nyo. I mean, i-share nyo yung stream, ipakita nyo yung supportahan nyo para si GH Alpha. At paglalaro ang GH Kaiju sa ating next series, kung maglaban, paano kung finals, dalawang GH team, diba? So, puro GH fans dito. Pero yun nga, that's gonna be our best of, actually no, the game 1 of our best of 3 series is GH Alpha takes the first game. We have been your casters for this best of 3 series. At ibabalik na namin kayo sa aming analyst desk na led by Wolf and the gang.
Thank you so much, Moment and Osiris. It was a very interesting game. Isa mabilis kung isipin, but still nakita natin yung kalakasan. Mechanical Seal from GH Alpha. And now I have with me on the panel, it's Chisto as well as Riten. Tama naman ang predictions.
Yes.
Yeah. As predicted, but I think medyo may konting mga kailangan tayo pag-usapan. Like for example, ang nakita ko dun sa game na yun was nagkaroon tayo, na-remind ako ng advantage ng pick-off strategy laban sa isang group of strategy, which was, if you can actually pick off your opponents, I mean, okay lang na magkamali ka sa pag-try mo sa pick-off, but yung group up, when they fail their initiations, dun sila natatalo.
Yeah, and good na pinoint out mo yan, Wolf. Kasi one of the things that I really saw during that game is the ability na mag-pick off na targets. Gaya na sinabi mo, I want to credit Just G on that Elise, despite not having the same impact ng early game compared to the Jarvan. Because we saw during the early game, sobrang ganda ng mga ganks in the mid lane. Aaron was basically kept under tower for majority of his laning phase. But when it came to the mid game, nung nag-transition na, the movements that Joshi had, just landing the cocoon on the right target like you see here in the highlight, just really nice target selection galing kay Joshi, and I think he was basically the MVP of that game on that Elise.
There was a time na yung early game was actually on the side in terms of kills on Royal Esports. But when it comes to economy, when you always look at the economy, pantay pa rin kahit malaki yung kill advantage ng Royal Esports. Can you actually explain to me, is this the plan for GH Alpha na, okay, sige, bigyan natin yung konting kills na yun, but let's take care of our economy?
Yeah, well, that's the thing, you know. For GH Alpha, I don't think that was the plan at all. Pero since sobrang na-camp si Zoe in the mid lane, the thing is that Aatrox always had the CS lead versus Ilawi in the early game, so hindi talaga sila nagkulang sa gold. The thing about GH is the Zoe in the mid lane was not as consequential as Royal might have thought. That's why, so they targeted kind of the wrong person, I believe. If they really focused their ganks down in the bot lane, it would have been much better for them to get Gray behind. However, you know, GH Alpha, they played a very stellar game. They really played to their win condition, I think.
Yeah, there were moments nakita natin may konting feed on the side of GH Alpha, but then again, when it comes to the fights that mattered most, like the previous fight before this, tapos yung another previous fight by the 21-minute mark, but since nakakuha nga sila ng pick-off with the initiations, in resulting into objectives as well, nakakuha sila ng turrets and inhibitors, doon na nakapag-pull ahead in GH Alpha. Most importantly, nakakuha sila ng dragons, additional dragons, and the Baron. But let's actually grade yung ginawa ng GH Alpha. Are they very promising coming to game number 2? Do you think that they can take it 2-0?
Yeah, I think kung matuloy nila yung momentum na nakuha nila, especially with this game 1, how one-sided it was for them when it came to those team fights, I think they can carry over that momentum. So the question now on my mind is whether or not Real Esports can adapt to this. Maybe they have a different strategy, a more meta sort of pick with their probably top lane. I think that's something that they want to switch up. Probably not go for the Ilawi go for something a bit stronger in the laning phase. So I think that's one adjustment they can make. But yeah, that is the question in my mind, whether or not kaya mag-adjust ng Royal Esports for our second game.
What I'm thinking though is that Royal Esports, they kind of since this is the first game, medyo they got a read on how GH Alpha likes to move, how they like to play their comps, and you know, it's really a test of a team's kind of mental fortitude and strategy if they're able to come back from losing the first game in a series. So Royal will have their work cut out for them. They have to strategize against what GH Alpha likes to do, and they have to play, you know, very, very carefully next game.
Unfortunately for us, meron pa tayong game number 2 because this is again best of 3 series. That will be after the break. So stick with us, guys. Magbabalik ang PPGL 2019.
This is Royal Esports, brought to you by MET Events, Southeast Asia's largest esports organizer, and Globe Telecom, the company bringing first-world connectivity to all of the Philippines. Let's bring it back to our panel host. We've got Wolf.
It's Game 2 of GH Alpha versus Real Esports. Nakita natin kanina isang masterclass mula sa GH Alpha dominating Real Esports. But again, this is a best of 3 series indeed. Gentlemen, medyo sinabi nyo kanina na baka may download game muna ang Real Esports doon sa game number 1. Can this happen? Game number 2. Chisto and G10, welcome back to the panel.
Yeah, and tingin ko definitely it can happen here. Gaya nga na sinabi mo, no, baka may feeling out process para dun sa ating first game, yung Real Esports. So I'm excited to see how they are actually gonna adapt pagdating dito sa Game 2. So let's see what adjustments they can make. I feel like during the first game, okay naman yung draft nila. It didn't really have any glaring weaknesses except for the Ilawi. I feel like the Ilawi was kind of out of place with the rest of their draft because they had 4 really strong team fighting champions, and while Ilawi can shine in a team fight, she's really more used to pressure in a solo lane. So not being able to utilize her to her full effect is what I feel like ultimately shut down Real Esports during Game 1.
I'm of the opinion that while Real Esports, they did have a great early game, getting the Zoe behind in the mid lane, they kind of chose their target poorly, as all of the chips that GH Alpha had were actually on the bot lane with Dre. So, if they were able to get that Saya behind, even though it's a difficult task, it would have gone better for them than just focusing on the Zoe all the time.
Yeah, saktong-sakto kasi pag-usapan muna natin yung draft ng game number 1. I wanna ask, since yung Rakan and Saya combination was really, sabihin natin, instrumental dun sa victory ng GH Alpha as well as Elise, can we see yung mga bans sa specific champions na to? Like for example, maybe they can ban
second game.
Yeah, the thing about that though is if they do ban out the junglers for Jushi and of course the bot lane, then it leaves Aaron up to, to get his preferred champions. He can go on those assassins, which he's a lot more comfortable with than mages like Zoe. But here we are coming into our ban phase.
Yeah, so palit naman tayo na sides dito. Real Esports will be on the blue side, so they do have the luxury of getting that first pick priority, whereas GH Alpha are now on the red side. So far, wala pa rin tayong pinagbago dun sa mga naunang ban natin. Still basically the same things, but we are expecting more adjustments coming from Real Esports.
I guess that they don't want to overreact dun sa kanilang loss in game number 1. Maybe it's just about execution. Kasi like you said, wala naman talagang glaring na problems with their picks from the previous game. Maybe this time they will just change up on how they approached the game, the first game. And I think I mentioned it previously, I think they want to control the map even more, I would say, coming into game number 2.
Yeah, we see though from the bans of Real Esports a very heavy top lane focus dito, or at least yung mga flex champions na pwede mag-top yat. Irelia, Silas, and Aatrox, respecting that Aatrox that spells can dish out. But the Saya will be picked up already.
Yeah, so interesting yung choice dito ng Real Esports. Instead of banning out either Zaya or Rakan, they actually steal it away. That is what they get, having that first pick on the blue side. The question though is, do they pair this up with the Rakan, or do GH Alpha want to pick up the Rakan for themselves?
Yeah. Do you actually like the a la carte Rakan or a la carte Saya? No, walang duo. Do we actually like it? Because I don't feel like it's that strong. Parang mas marami pang other choices.
Mas okay pag value meal talaga.
Yeah, I would say.
If we're going with that metaphor, Saya and Rakan, on their own, they're just designed to, not be as powerful on their own. But I leave Blanc for Aaron. As I was saying, Aaron going to be able to go on to his more comfortable champions. I want to see what this LeBlanc can do to Royal Esports.
Yeah, this is a very confident pickup coming from the mid laner of GH Alpha. This is one of his main champions, so he is very confident heading into this. But one of the things that could happen here, it could get counterpicked, especially in the mid lane. There's always that danger. Kapag blind pick ka ng solo laner mo, you may find yourself into an unfavorable matchup. So let's see how they decide to navigate around that. As here we see Rakan picked up by Real Esports. So hindi sila a la carte, value will makukuha natin dito. Let's see what the third pick though will be for Real Esports. So there's a lot of ways they can go here with their third pick. They could pick up a jungler, but it's gonna go for a Jace.
Yeah. Well, I kind of want to go back lang to kay the choice of mid laners lang for J Alpha before we head on to the J's pick. Kasi you mentioned kanina na baliw maglaro. Aaron, do you think that with this specific comfort pick, that kind of baliw playstyle will actually throw Royal Esports off?
I mean, for me, I think a better adjective I could have used was aggressive with
surely.
this playstyle. But it was definitely a crazy playstyle considering how forward he keeps playing on these champions, especially on Assassins. And I think LeBlanc, you can really play with fire a lot with her mobility and with her damage. You know, you can just dive in constantly, and it's just a question of whether or not your opponents can catch you or not. But here we do see some solo laners being picked up here. So Camille, yung may pick dito ng GH Alpha, which is a decent matchup. If I'm assuming the matchup will go into the top lane. Camille does very well against that Jace. Consider that Camille has enough mobility to close the gap. So despite Jace being a ranged champion, kayang-kayang labanan pa rin yan.
Yeah, although GH, they're not expecting the Jace to go to the top lane, so they're banning out stuff like Renekton, Akali, that can play well into Camille. However, you know, this Jace always can be a flex pick. It's just not going to be as effective if he does go into the Camille in the top lane. So they're trying to force the issue to bring Jace into mid.
Now, how about the last set of bans? Ano yung sasabi niyo about the last set of bans from both teams?
Yeah, very interesting Taric ban here from Real Esports. I honestly don't know the direction they're going with the Taric ban, but they did target out the support role for GH Alpha. But right now, we see a Leona locked in.
So it's going to be a solo lane Karma, is what I'm expecting.
Still very up in the air here. Karma still a flex pick until we see the last pick here from GH Alpha. So the mind games very much in play here against Real Esports. Tignan natin though, Real Esports, they do need a jungler and another solo laner. Karthus most likely will be their jungler.
That Phantom Sorcerer, man, can do so much damage in the jungle. You don't even have to go to a lane again, just press R. But anyway, the mind games from GH Alpha, this is what I was talking about earlier. The creativity that these teams can put out, even just in Champion Select, to throw off their opponents, to throw off their mental state, to throw off like their predictions, their play style. They can completely change the ecosystem of Summoner's Rift with just their picks.
Well, ano kaya yung pwede nating makitang closing pick dito from GH Alpha?
Okay, so we did see them hover over the Malzahar before we headed into, I believe we should remake the lobby, but they did hover over that Malzahar. They were waiting for something that could go into a solo lane because most likely the Karthus, yun nga, susunod siya sa jungle doon. But we were waiting on that last pick on GH Alpha, which is what I'm excited to see because we don't know yet where the Karma will be going specifically. So we get to find out once we do head back into pick and ban phase, but the Malzahar wasn't locked in. So I wonder whether or not Real Esports has to keep that pick.
I think Leona as well as Camille, ang last set of picks na nakita natin. Unfortunately, hindi ko sobrang nakabisado yung kanilang mga na-pick doon. If you were able to follow them so far, ano yung pwede natin makitang theme? Kasi I think nakakompleto na yung sa Real Esports. What's the theme of their draft?
Hindi pa kompleto yung Royal Esports because they didn't
lock in
the Malzahar. But Royal Esports, they have their bot lane locked in. They have the Jace that could flex to either top or mid, and they have the Karthus jungle, which is very, very good as a hyper carry jungler, especially if Royal Esports makes it to the late game where Karthus can actually be relevant.
Yeah, I'm concerned though on the side of Real Esports, their lack of frontline, especially playing against assassins such as the LeBlanc. Note that the only crowd control they have on their team, if the Malzahar isn't locked in, is that Rakan. And having to face champions such as the Camille, such as the LeBlanc, both can have huge threats to your backline. It could be a very big problem here for Real Esports considering na wala nga silang tank sa kanilang lineup. So that is sort of a glaring problem here for Real, but we'll see. This is the adjustment game for them. So if this is the strategy that they want to go for, they've committed to it. So I feel like they do have a plan in mind on how to execute it once we head into Summoner's Rift.
Well, it's do or die for Royal Esports. If they lose this game, they're out and GH Alpha goes straight to the finals. So if Royal Esports are going to pull out anything that they might have up their sleeves, it's this game. So the Jace pick, I would think na they didn't just throw it out for the hell of it. I would think na they actually thought about it and they have a composition, a strategy to go along with that pick and not just get dumped on by the Camille.
Let's just say na, just put yourselves in the shoes of a fan para sa Royal Esports. Mas confident ba kayo ngayon getting game number 2 comparably sa game number 1 just by the draft?
Not necessarily because of the draft, but because naka-warm up na sila.
Okay.
Especially for teams playing on stage, it is a sort of warm-up period, especially if you are new to the stage. So that could be a factor here, and especially they have that one game already against GHL.
Okay. All right. And we have heard news right now that the last peak of Royal Esports will be a Kled. What do you think about that?
Kled, so most likely gonna be their top laner, so the Jace will go mid lane. I feel like Royal Esports decided to go that route. They aren't as confident with the Camille into the Jace matchup, but still we're waiting on that last pick, remember, on the side of GH Alpha. So I wonder if they did go for a traditional AD carry. Remember, they haven't selected a marksman for their side, so they might not be playing a marksman this game. Interesting.
Correct me if I'm wrong, bakit parang medyo naalala ko na may isang team din mula sa Visayas from last season of PPGL actually went for Jace mid as well?
Was this, I think, Bren or ISC? Because, of course, like we mentioned earlier, Visayas, palagi silang may representative pagdating sa PPGL. So, they aren't shy to bring out these signature picks that they do want to go for. But if my memory is correct, I believe it was Bren Esports from Visayas as well that did pull out this Jace in the mid lane. So, alam mo natin, popular pala siya sa Visayas region.
I mean, before the paddle, pinag-uusapan natin na meron talagang something in the region na gusto talaga nila ng mga, I would say, unconventional na picks.
Yes, definitely. Starting from 2016 with Acclaim Empire X, with all their meta breaking that won them the PGS of that year, the Visayas region has always had a history of kind of upsetting the meta. They pull out these creative picks, and it's very nice to see. Oh, a Kindred locked in here for Dre. What is this? Or is it for Juchi?
It's gonna be Kindred jungle, but who goes bot lane? I think it should be Karma in the bot lane. That would make the most sense so that they can match the push coming from both the Zaire and Yurkan. So Karma and Leona bot lane.
Not a huge kill lane. Not a huge kill lane.
Very interesting pick here for GH Alpha.
Well, you did say na kung ano-ano na lang ang mga picks, and well,
tinatry ko pa rin i-download kung ano yung magagawa ng comp na to right now. But so far, they do have a lot of damage available on their side. Despite not having a marksman, they do have a ranged, basically AD carry, but is put in the jungle role here with the Kindred. They do have those champions to dive in with the mobility, with the LeBlanc and the Camille. So it's still a very nice draft here coming from GH Alpha.
What I can see, though, from this Kindred pick is from the way that we've seen Just-Chi play last game on the Elise, this Kindred should be able to pick up a lot of marks just around the jungle, especially since pwedeng i-duel ni Kindred early game si Karthus around those scuttle crabs to get that early mark, to get rolling. Kasi as we know, Kindred relies heavily on that passive mark to actually deal damage, especially if you're going into the mid and late game.
Want to ask ngayon since we're just waiting for the game to actually start, what is the sabihin na natin yung parang gustong mangyari? What do they want to achieve with their draft? Let's start with Real Esports. Guys, what do you think do they want to achieve in their picks?
I think for Real, just probably try and win their solo lanes. Both the Jace and the Kled can snowball very, very well, but on the side of that, they also want to give their Karthus, give their Saya some time, some breathing room to scale. Karthus needs to get a lot of farm, a lot of AP in order to be effective, especially when it comes to transitioning from the early game to the mid game. You want to get some of the kills early with your R, but you aren't really going to be a huge threat until that late game. So for Real Esports, it's using their solo laner strength as a bridge for the Karthus and the Zaya to transition towards that late game.
That's a very, very apt description. And for GH Alpha naman, it's a little bit harder to call what their game plan actually is, but what I'm going to be seeing a lot of, I expect, is a lot of dive from the LeBlanc, from the Camille, a little bit of damage support from the Kindred, but mostly the Leona and Karma assisting the LeBlanc and Camille in diving towards the backline of Royal Esports. Kasi with the Karma shield, the Leona can CC lock a champion until the end of time, basically. And it's going to be just a lot of aggression here from GH Alpha, I predict.
Yeah, what I really like about it, ganitong klaseng mga bakbakan ng mga teams is basically hindi natin alam yung pwedeng mangyari. We can only just watch and see what can happen. But unfortunately guys, unfortunately for you, kailangan ko pa rin kayong tanungin, who do you think is gonna win this and how are they going to win it? Chisto.
Every time na tinatanong mo yun, Wolf, talagang yan yung isa sa mga pinakamahirap na tanong sa panel. But for this game, despite Dre not being on an AD carry, I'm gonna go with GH Alpha taking this series 2-0.
Alright, 2-0 for Chisto. How about you?
For me naman, I think that I'm buying into the Royal Esports hype this time because they have a little bit of an unorthodox composition. Not as unorthodox as GH Alpha at this moment, pero I do think that medyo nabasa nila yung moves ng GH Alpha. They know how to respond to that, and they're going to play, a little bit safer, a little bit, they're gonna play to their win conditions better this time. So I'm going to be on the side of Real Esports.
Okay, Real Esports, nag-init na nga ba ang kanilang engine or will GH Alpha actually take this 2-0? Gonna pass it on to our casters, Womi as well as Osiris. Please take the floor.
Maraming salamat, Wolf, at kay Chisto at G10 sa magandang analysis na pre-provide nila. At makikita nga natin dito na GH Alpha won Game 1. And this is a best of 3 series. So if GH Alpha wins this Game 2, it's gonna be GH Alpha who advances to the finals. But magpapakilala muna kami. This is Philippine Pro Gaming League 2019. This is Game 2 of our best of 3 series between Real Esports and GH Alpha. My name is Omi. Together with me is Osiris. At excited na kami balik sa inyo ang action na naramdaman natin kanina nung Game 1.
Sobrang intense nung Game 1. Napakaganda na pinakita ng GH Alpha. Pero ngayon, makakabawi kaya ang Real with that kind of draft. Medyo kakaiba ang pinakita na ang GH Alpha ngayon. Meron tayong Camille, which is really good sa top lane. Meron din tayong Leona and at the same time, Karma.
Yeah,
so this is something different we're seeing right now dito sa League of Legends.
Well, speaking of different, of course, Karma right now in the meta, a really strong champion. You see him in the top lane, you see him support, and now you're seeing him AD carry. Bakit? Karma ngayon is... We have to talk about the meta first, of course. Meta, very fluid, and as Chisto said nga, it's very fluid. So, ang nangyayari ngayon is, kahit anong i-pick nyo, basta alam nyo kung paano pagganahin, basta alam nyo kung paano laruin with the right timing, right calls, mapapagana nyo. And the power spikes, of course. And Karma, by far, right now, is one of the strongest champions dahil sa utility na napoprovide niya in a meta where a lot of melee AD champions are favored. Like Renekton, Talon. There's a lot of melee champions ngayon.
Nagpakita rin ng potential si Aatrox kanina under spells. So ngayon, papasok na tayo sa loob ng Rift. Once again, this is the second game here at Philippine Pro Gaming League. This is the battle between GH Alpha against Real. At siyempre sa side ng Real, si Alice won sa kanyang Kled, si Domeng sa kanyang... Cartus! Yan, natagal natin nakita si Cartus. Si Salam sa kanyang Jace, Ziv sa kanyang Saya at si... Mop sa kanyang Rakan.
At sa side naman ng si GH, the Spells will be playing that Camille. Meanwhile, for Just G, that's gonna be a Kindred. And for our mid lane, that's Aaron on the LeBlanc. And for our bottom lane duo, it's Dre on that Karma and Draw with that Leona. Bakbakan na agad dito. We are seeing both teams fairly safe. Pero meron na agad naman nandito sa mid. Aaron, medyo natamaan ng chain dito. Si Salam has to flash out to safety. And that's gonna be an early flash burn for the side of Royal Esports.
Nako, si Salam, medyo kanina siya yung nang mamando. Ngayon mukhang oras na ni Aaron. This Assassin LeBlanc naka-ready na para pumatay with that Ignite. And at the same time, flashes or flash burn dito kay Salam.
Pero hold that thought. Zips against Dre. Medyo maagang trade dito. No summoner spells will be burnt pero a lot of HP will be chunked from this Karma. Mapo-force siyang gumamit ng potion early on.
Yeah, so less resources tayo dito sa bot lane. Pero meron naman tayong Relic Shield na magagaling dito kay Draw for that regeneration. Pero paring Omi, meron ako nakita Cartus. Ito kasi pinag-uusapan natin kanina, this Cartus Jungle. Ano bang idea ng concept ng Cartus Jungle?
With Cartus Jungle right now, it's basically surrendering your whole early game. If you pick Cartus Jungle, sasabihin mo na lang na parang okay, invade mo ako, pa-farm lang ako hanggang level 6 because you can't expect a gank pero that's gonna be a W coming in from Rakan. Of course, the entrance coming in from this Rakan does hit, but then again, wala pa masyadong damage so hindi siya masyadong lethal as of now. But going back to that Karthus with picking Karthus as your jungler, you have to farm until level 6 so you won't expect a lot of aggressive plays. Pero hindi natin naalamin, baka mamaya ito si Doming, iba pala ang playstyle niya sa Karthus, but that's gonna be the standard playstyle for Karthus. You have to farm up by 6 and you press R to
win. So more on press R to win ang pinapakita talaga ng dito ng Real. Considering also na si Salam ay nasa poke type na mid laner, so it means they want to go to those type of skirmishes na sobrang whittle down na ang GH Alpha. So magpapaulan ka na madaming shock blast, pwede kang gumamit ng Requiem and then use the charge para ma-position si Karthus sa magandang spot. At kahit mamatay siya, may Lay-Waste pa siya.
I mean, pag namatay si Karthus, minsan gusto pa niya yun. Basta nasa tamang pwesto siya. That actually gives him more opportunities to just get kill after kill. Pero yan na nga yung sinasabi natin, invade sa jungle, galing kay Justy. Flash is spread, Mounting Dread will get the first blood for GH Alpha. Pero lipat tayo dito sa top lane. Magkakaroon ng 1v1 sa mid lane. Ang daming labanan. Aaron versus Salam. Ignite is sticking down on this Jace and that's gonna be the second kill for GH as they take the early game.
Grabe ang pinapakita ngayon ng GH, the aggression coming in from Josh Chi. And sabi nga natin dito, Aaron on that LeBlanc. Kanina yung Zoe ko yung ginugulpi mo. Ngayon, ako na ang gaganti pero nagkakagantihan.
Pero teka lang, grand entrance dito tumama kay Karma. May W na tatama kay Moves pero mag-i-issue pabalik dito kay Zibs. That's gonna be a stalemate in the bottom lane. Pero sa top lane, nakita nga natin kanina, medyo nagbubugbugan na rin dito ang Kled versus Camille natin.
Hindi sila basta-basta hindi sila nag-i-slow down. Talaga naghahanap sila ng mga openings right now. Ito ng opening!
Walang flash to si Draven. Actually, Jace. Nandito na nga, Mounting Dread. That's
si Doming!
Pero bakit ka na, Anton Karthus? Baka makill ka pa. One more auto-attack will seal the deal. Pero the turret will protect this Karthus. Again, this is Just G. Very aggressive jungler.
And considering also, this is a Kindred. This one of those scaling heroes na alam mong pwede nilang protektahan. Si Karma, si Dre nasa Karma. It means hindi siya talaga yung magiging big or huge playmaker. Pero considering na yung kit niya at kasama yung kit ni Draw, pwede nilang protektahan si Josh Chi. And habang pinoprotektahan si Josh Chi, Aaron can snipe or can kill someone, spells, can use the Hextech Ultimatum just to make sure that they have those kinds of kills. GH Alpha are doing their thing.
Yeah, and of course, we are seeing that Salam is having a hard time in this mid lane again. I'm not quite sure kung ano score niya ngayon because we aren't seeing the scoreboard. But Jace right now is having a hard time against Aaron. Aaron still has his flash up and Ignite will be up in a few seconds and that's gonna be a lot of kill pressure coming in from Aaron. And for Just G, sinabi ko sa'yo kanina na medyo mahina ang early game na nanggagaling dito kay Doming. And susceptible siya sa mga invade na nanggagaling dito kay Just G. Alam ng top tier jungler na to kung anong ginagawa niya. And they're actually taking the dragon right now and there's no wards for the side of Royal Esports. So this might be a free dragon but a teleport is burned for this Karma.
Yes, naka-ready na sila dito. And ako titignan mo yung mga dito natin yung crit score. May malayo na yung naaabot ni Aaron compared kay Salam. With all of those deaths, meron siyang 1 kill assist, LeBlanc, and even ahead dito sa script score. So, alam natin na itong LeBlanc, mas magiging threat siya sa mid to late game. And considering also that the team, GH Alpha, got that Ocean Drake. More sustain, more... They can stay longer.
Pero tingnan natin dito sa top lane. Hookshot, tumama. Maraming trade na nanggagaling dito kay Spells. One more W. Medyo uuwing luhaan to si Alice. Pero ayan nga, may malaking wave. And that's gonna be a lot of time for Alice to farm under the turret. Babalik din si Skarl maya-maya ng konti. And makikita natin nagre-reset na dito si Spells. This is what you call wave management for the top lane. You push down your wave, you get back to your base, get your items, and don't burn your teleport sa lane. And this actually gives your team the teleport advantage if Alice does decide to burn his teleport in the top lane.
And yun na yung point natin. Kailangan na nila i-maximize yung teleport if ever man na hindi man nila nagagawang gamitin pabalik sa lane. Kasi kailangan nilang magkaroon ng heavy rotations, lalo na sa side ng Royal. Kailangan nila i-take advantage yung kung anong merong resources ngayon, or just go for the farm. Tulad nga sinabi natin, si Domeng, si
Level
Artus,
6 na.
Level 6 na. Tamang antay na lang. Pero,
Grand entrance, tumama kay Moves, hindi masisnare si Drake gamit ang mga feathers ni Saya, pero
Wall
si
of
Moves,
Fame.
oh my God, Requiem, mamamatay ata to si Dre, and that's gonna be the Dark Harvest finishing him off. Camille pumasok dun sa... Actually, nag-back. Ang dami nangyari dito sa bot lane, pero isa lang ang magiging patay at wala pang dragon na up. So, I'm not quite sure
Medyo
why they
sayang.
pulled the trigger.
Sayang yung teleport na yun. At the same time, sayang din yung flash ni Dre. Knowing na merong Requiem, hindi na dapat pa nag-gabol. Pero si Spells, mukhang magkakaroon tayo ng konting movement para sa mga teams natin. But Just Cheat going ahead sa kanyang invasion. Nakakuha siya ng double buff. Pero sa
Double distortion, 1v1, naging 2v1. Nandito na si Just Cheat, hindi makakakuha ng auto-attack. But the flash is burned out of Salam. And ito na ang problema na iniisip natin. Salam, every time that he burns his flash, pabalik-balik na lang yan.
At saka, pag na-burn mo ang flash ng isang Jace, halos wala ka ng pantakas. Technically, this LeBlanc, merong flash, merong distortion, merong chain, merong Signal of Malice. Anytime, pwede na niyang i-pop off itong si Jace. And ang kailangan dito ni Jace or ni Aaron is mag-ingat or yan na nga, balik ka lang muna siya.
Yeah, but we are seeing a double Doran's Blade coming in from Aaron. And I actually know Salam rather. So what this does is it gives you more base stats that you need to... Para lang hindi ka ma-burst. Kasi that's a viable option if ayaw mo mag-Hex Drinker. Because if you're looking at this composition, Hex Drinker seems to be viable. You have a Karma. You have Aaron on this LeBlanc. A lot of AP damage might come from these two people. But then again, medyo madedelay ka. You could have gotten a Yomu's Ghost Blade or any vitality item that Jace desperately needs. Pero ayan na nga, 1v1 dito sa top lane, pati sa jungle. Medyo delikado dito si Domeng. Pero Royal, this 2v1, Just Chi, mag-ingat ka. Shock Blast will be used, pero yan na nga, may charge dun sa top lane. Pero dito sa bottom lane, magto-2v2 din sila dito. Aftershock is burned by Draw. Pero ayan na nga, yung bakbakan dito. Balik tayo sa jungle. Flash is Just Chi. Dam's Respite still up. Mounting Blade won't pick up the kill as Aaron with a Sigil of Malice. Domeng, wala na siyang mana. That's gonna be Lamb's Respite burned. Juicy, buhay pa rin hanggang ngayon as double kill. Mapupunta dito kay LeBlanc. Domeng, mag-ingat-ingat ka na, pero nag-iikot-ikot lang siya sa kanyang torre. The flash is burned for Camille, pero ang daming kills na napunta sa GH Alpha. Pero draw, isang auto-ataka na lang kay Moves. And that's gonna be the only kill na mababalik ng Royal Esports.
Yun lang ang naibalik nila, and the discipline coming in from GH Alpha. Alam nila meron silang Lancer Spike. Alam nila kayang tangkihin ni Spells with that flash as well. Ang daming tumumba sa side ng Royal. At yun na, i-maximize na ng GH Alpha. Tulad ng Game 1, sila yung mga nagpapaikot ng kills. Sila rin yung nauna sa objectives. They are maximizing what they have right now.
And GH Alpha, you're looking at Spells in the top lane, getting 2 turret plates. That's 300 gold, equivalent to 1 kill. So if titingnan natin yung gold nito ni Spells, that's around 201 yung score niya. He got 3 kills, pero the quickness is burned by Moves. Na charm dito si Dre. The feathers will snare him up, and that's gonna be a free kill in the bottom lane as Moves secures that kill.
Nagkaroon nga ng tag-isang kill. Or kanina, si Draw yung namatay. Ngayon, si Dre, medyo hindi man big deal ngayon itong bot lane duo natin. But still, Just Chi doing his best to farm, to kill. In terms of mid to late game, they're going to protect this Kindred. And all in, makakalpalag sila as Dre. And Draw goes for a very good setup.
Well, if you look at the lethality coming in from Royal Esports, you have a Saya Rakan. The moment na matamaan ka ng the quickness with the grand entrance, that gives all the room for Zibs to place down those feathers, snare you up, and then just kill you afterwards. So that's gonna be a free dragon for Royal Esports after winning a fight in the top lane. That's gonna be 2v2. Actually, no, 3v1. Alice, mag-ingat ka na. Aaron is on a rampage. That's a 402 LeBlanc, and that's a scary mid laner that you're seeing right now.
And that's the chain na nanggaling kay Aaron. Hindi na niya kailangan pagamitin yung Ignite, and gagamitin na rin ang Griff Herald para sa tower. At ito na ang unang tower na makukuha ng GH Alpha. So, plus 300 gold. Tulad na sinabi ni Omi kanina, malaki bagay ito para sa GH Alpha. Lalo na kay Just Chi na nag-i-invest more on that damage item. Sabi natin kanina, nag-i-slow down yung Jace natin. hindi gaano kalaking threat yung kanyang mga shock blast. So you can't really say na mawi-whittle down niya talaga yung lineup bago makapag-wreck yan.
And kaya isipin natin mabuti, nakakuha ng Ocean Drake ang Royal Esports.
Yeah.
But that only equalizes the Ocean Drake that GH Alpha already has. And GH Alpha in response went to the top lane, got the outer turret, tinapos lahat ng mga plating doon at na-damage pa ang inner turret ng top lane. Sobrang worth ng trade ng ginawa ng GH Alpha doon. They know how to trade objectives.
Another change.
Shock blast, hindi tumama sa totoo. Pero Requiem mukhang tatapusin na. And that's gonna be a shutdown kill for the Cartas.
Shutdown goal para sa grupo ng Royal at malaking bagay para makabalik dito ng konti. Pero still, GH Alpha ahead pa rin sila in terms of gold. Habang dito sa bot side, they're just farming it all out. Habang alam mo, isipin mo.
Juicy, nahanap si Domeng. Domeng, may magagawa ka pa ba? Grabe ang crit damage na nagagaling sa Mountain Drain as Juicy gets the third kill of his, third kill of this game.
And at the same time, kung iisipin mo, lalong babagal yung itemization dun. Wala ring Requiem.
Nawala din yung stacks niya sa Dark,
Dark Harvest.
Seal.
Dark Seal. So, kulang na kulang yung pinapakita talaga ni Doming dito. Although, may mga notable tayong Requiem. But, the threat right now is just she. It's not all about Aaron. It's just she. Ginagawa niya yung best niya para makapag-farm ng matindi dito. Si Dre and Bro, tamang bantay lang sa bot lane. So, isipin mo, ini-install lang nila itong bot side. So, Zivs and Mops not really doing any heavy rotations. It doesn't affect the whole team or there's no heavy macro play na nanggagaling sa Royal.
Yeah, and we're seeing Just Chi 3-0-4 with 2 items built already, a Rapid Fire Cannon and a Warrior Enchanted Smite. And what that does for this Kindred is this Kindred immediately becomes a threat, pero meron nga 2v1 dito sa mid lane at ang daming tao gaming sa GH. That's gonna be the Lamb Dress by Brent to try and save spells. The hook shot is there to delay and that's gonna be a kill for Royal, pero Aaron gets one back. The quickness is burnt. Tatama pa kaya? Grand entrance hits 2. That's gonna be a 2-man knock-up. Medyo na-cancel siya doon. Pero that's gonna be a quickness burnt as GH Alpha and Royal Esports gets a kill both sides.
Napakagandang cancellation na ginamit ni Draw ang kanyang Shield of Daybreak. So, malaking bagay para sa side na yan na hindi naabutan yung airborne kasi sigurado, Wall of Pain na may kasamang grand entrance. Sigurado, yung Shock Blast at yung airborne dito ni Salam talagang aabutin sila. So, good play para sa GH Alpha once again with a kill. And
hook shot, tumama dito kay Salam. The chains of ethereal chains rather. Isa-secure na naman ang kill. That's gonna be Aaron killing the mid laner once more. Salam 0-5-2. That's gonna be a hard time for him.
Yes, indeed. Pero may ipit pa dito ang ating duo bot sa side ng Royal.
Tignan mo si Camille. Featherstorm is used to dodge that stun and the Blade Caller won't deal a lot of damage as Hextech Ultimatum will secure the kill with just jumping down on that turret, killing and getting another kill, and that's gonna be Domeng trapped underneath his own turret. Requiem is casted. Will it even hit? No, it won't, and that's gonna be cancelled with death actually. As Alice is there as well. This is gonna be a heavily mispositioned fight for Royal Esports. They don't want to take this.
Masyadong sobra ang pwesto nila dito. Real, dalawa po pasok para si Justy.
Solar Flare lands on the Jace. The stun coming in from Camille as well. And that's going to be Justy taking the kill. He's going to be unstoppable. Draw still alive from that shield. And that's going to be a perfect tower dive coming in from GH Alpha.
The discipline coming in from GH Alpha. Kita-kita mo kung paano nila ginuggle yung tower damage. At the same time, that very good Solar Flare catching too. Kahit ginamit yung charge, medyo late na nila ginamit yan para makapagbago sila ng position. And GH Alpha with the dive, with the push, and they are really in it to win it.
We are 16 minutes inside this game. This is game 2 where GH Alpha won game 1. We're seeing a massive gold lead within the first 20 minutes of the game. This is going to be hard for Royal Esports to go back from. So for Royal Esports fans, straight from Cebu, if you're watching right now, make sure to support your team. Just spam those Royal wins. Malay nyo, umabot yung mga Phoenix nyo. Pass down that energy. Pero look at this game right now. GH Alpha fans are smiling at your misery.
Yes, indeed. As Real are doing their best. Magkaroon ng konting any movement dito and they are going to push that top side. Pero ito magiging kapalit. Salam
side of Zenith. The stun is there from the damage coming in from Aaron. Medyo nakakagulat yun, and that's gonna be another death for Salam over here. 0-7 and 2. Babangungutin ka dito, pare. Babangungutin ka dito.
Ito ang mahirap, paring Omi. You have Joshi on that rapid fire cannon and even the BF sword. I think it's going for the Infinity Edge, and this will open the bottom tower. Even the third one, magkakaroon na rin na bahagyang damage. Pero si Moops, isa si Doming, magkakaroon na pwesa dito. Pero
tingnan mo si Joshi. Medyo matapang siya dito. Lamb Tres Fight. Kasma niya. Umabot pa. Pero hindi niya makikill dito si Doming as the stun will land coming in from this Leona. Pero tignan mo si Aaron dito sa backline. Kukunin ang kill dito kay Sims. Isang auto na attack na lang, please. That's gonna be a double kill for Camille. Wala nang Hex Tech ultimatum. Pero spells, sinugod niya dito si Salam. May ulti pa pala. Pero that's gonna be another kill. That's gonna be a triple kill for Spells. 1v1 dito sa kanyang matchup. Alice 1 versus Spells. Mukhang ang damage ay nanggagaling pa rin kay Spells, and they actually cancel out that score. Grabe to si Spells. Mga galawan niya, it's gonna be a hook shot away. Kunin nyo na lang yung inhib, guys. Huwag nyo na labanan pa.
Pero grabe na si 3-4-4 trade in favor of GH Alpha. Even an inhibitor. Pero papasok nga ba? Habol nga ba si Kled dito? Alice 1 is going to try and defend alone. Pero ito na ang backup na magagaling sa Royal. GH Alpha, knowing the key targets, knowing when to go in, that dive really show off. And after ng dive na yun, na-maximize ulit nila, nakuha nila yung mga magagandang objective, and at the same time, it's time to focus on the Baron side.
And kung titignan natin mabuti, grabe yung flex na ginawa ni Spence at ni Juicy. Alam nila kung anong kaya nilang gawin eh. Pinasok nila up pa yung Torre, pero yan nga, medyo may 2v2 tayo dito. Juicy mataas, bawas mo isang auto. Attack na lang, that's gonna be bye-bye Salam. A double kill for this Kindred. Requiem is used, pero mukhang wala pang mamamatay. Pero joke lang yun. That's gonna be a double kill for the Cartos. At makakakill din si Alice ng isa. And Royal, mukhang bumabawi pa sila. Si Dre sumusubok ng mga QQ lang dyan, pero of course, we're looking at this Karma with a Glacial Augment. Hindi tayo mag-expect ng malalaking bawas dyan.
Hindi nga naman tayo makaka-expect ng malalaking bawas, pero mukhang si Moops may planong iba na habang tinatapon niya din si Dre. This will be a free tower. Pag nagkataon, para sa Real, I think they're not going to push on this one, pero si Spells na nakakatakot.
Spells, kaya niya na itong 2v1 na to, pero grabe ang Hex Tech ultimatum doon. Wala siya na-cancel, pero yan nga, auto-attack nang gagaling kay Sims. Grabe ang damage. Feather Storm is called, pero Blade Caller, walang trajectory, pero ayan nga, nahila niya with the Twin Blades ng Q niya. That's gonna be Zibs getting a kill on this Karma.
Misplay after misplay ang ginagawa ng GH Alpha. Masyado silang kumakampante sa advantage na meron sila. Kailangan mo pa rin irespeto. Tandaan natin si Zibs naka-Essence Reaver na siya, so he can spam all of those feathers. He can quickly destroy someone with a good amount of damage. So ito, si Aaron, meron na siyang Banshee's Veil, so more protection coming from him. Alam naman natin na kaya ng umassassinate ni LeBlanc with just a Maiden Psycho.
Distortion. Medyo kinabahan ako doon. Akala ko mababurst si Zibs. Tandaan natin, walang Feather Storm si Zibs. So if nakapwesto ng maayos doon si Aaron or...
Pero mukhang gusto niya eh.
Mukhang gusto niya talaga eh. Pero yan nga, nagre-recall na ang AD carry natin dito. Moves, pumasok, wala yung AD carry nila. Not quite sure bakit nila pinul yung trigger doon. Pero yun nga, konting panakot lang. But we're seeing that the bot lane for GH Alpha is slowly pushing down. So kailangan ng Royal Esports na hatiin yung mapa. This actually prompts GH Alpha to go and start that Baron.
Yes, indeed. Sinisimulan na nila dito, pero si Moops papasok siya para malaman ang sitwasyon sa loob ng Baron.
Requiem is called. Charge as well. Medyo na-cancel natin Requiem. I'm not quite sure, but that's gonna be a two-man charm coming in from this Rakan. And ang daming action na nagagaling dito sa Mama Alice. Mukhang siya magiging first kill as Jushin takes that kill, pero this is still gonna be a 4v4 as a double kill will go to this Kindred. Medyo malala nangyari doon for Royal Esports. This might be a Baron for GH Alpha, knowing that two people coming in from Royal are dead.
That's the miscommunication coming in from Royal. Alam naman natin na si Kled or si Alice gusto niyang ipitin ang GH Alpha sa left side, pero hindi pumayag sila Aaron. Binocus nila sa mid lane. Sila yung nakapag-zone ngayon.
Delikado dito si Sims. Grabe ang damage na gagaling dito sa distortion. Pero Feather Storm
Thunderstorm
will be burned. Kailangan niyang gamitin yung ulti niya doon. The
Yes.
damage coming in from Glacial Augment, medyo maliit. Pero tandaan natin, mas maliit pa yung buhay niya doon.
Oo, sapat na sapat yun para makapatay. Pero si Spells, maghahanap din si Doming ang abutan niya.
Doming, isang auto na lang. Hookshot does land. And that's gonna be Spells godlike on this Camille. Triforce, mukhang
Walang
papunta na siya sa
requiem.
Titanic. Pero ayan na nga,
Tamang
moves hindi
sidestep.
tumama ang kanyang grand entrance with the shield coming in from the Inspire. That's gonna be a live Camille. At kung isipin natin mabuti, itong Camille na to, kanina pa nagpe-flex ng kanyang mga mechanics dito sa Royal Esports.
Nakakatakot dahil meron siyang Triforce and even a Sterox range na naka-ready na. So malaking bagay yun para sa kanya. Konti na lang. I mean, yung kanyang Hydra din. I think he's going for that
Piling ko
Hydra.
nagtatitanic siya. Wala pa naman siyang wala pa naman siyang Sterox. Meron
wala
pala
pa
siyang
pa.
Majorum's Fist pa lang siya.
Pero malaking
But then
bagay
again,
kung maging Sterox siya
malaking
for
bagay yung Sterox.
added burst and even the HP.
Pero mukhang he's going for the Ravenous Hydra.
Oo,
We're
mukhang
seeing pickaxe and a vampiric scepter. So this might be a Ravenous
Kumbaga,
Hydra.
siya,
Carry
even more
talaga.
burst. Kumbaga,
Even more
pagpasok
burst.
ni Aaron, kasama si Spells, alam mo may mamamatay talaga. And hindi lang kasi totungkol kay Aaron doing that assassinate na left. Meron ka na rin itong si Josh G with that Infinity Edge. Mas masakit na kayo makakita
Pero
na dito.
tingnan
At
mo si
kita naman.
Alice. Carl is still there. Pero isang auto-attack na lang. Madi-dismount na siya. Pero the charge is burnt. Walang matatamaan. And that's gonna be an ulti burn for Alice. He has to go back.
Hinayaan
Scarl
nila
is already there.
silang malaro ni Aaron sa ilusyon. At kaya na
Alam
naging
mo, medyo
kapalit.
masamaya, pero the charm does land. That's gonna be a free kill for Royal Esports. They're taking again. Another one, that's gonna be a shutdown. Spells will be killed in this fight as Royal moves, is trying to set up once more. Zips flashes out safety. This might be a 3-0 for the top lane. And this is Royal defending against GH Alpha.
Pero nabuksan na ang top side. Nakikipaglaro sa apoy si Aaron at siya na makapag-burst instant. At yan na nga ba sinasabi nating threat ng LeBlanc. Open na ang inhibitor sa top at saka ng bot. Mid na lang ang natitira. Mukhang mag-rotate pa rin si Aaron.
Pero we have to respect what Royal Esports did there.
Sobrang smooth.
Grabe ang ginawa nila doon. They were down at more than 6,000 gold. And they were looking at 8,000 gold.
Yeah.
And they actually got 3 kills in the top lane nang walang sinasacrifice na member.
Yeah.
Every death that happened was around bottom lane. So in the top lane, nung may napatay sila, Requiem, mamamatay to kuya, wala kang Zonias. That's gonna be a Dark Harvest from this Requiem. And of course, makikita natin, ito na yung looming threat ng Karthus natin. Kanina wala siya masyadong bawas. Pero ngayon na medyo nag-stack up na yung Dark Harvest niya and pumapasok na tayo sa late game. That's a level 2 Requiem with 2 needlessly large runs. In a little bit more of gold, that's gonna be a Rabadon's Death Cap. And with that Death Cap, maraming deaths ang madadala nito ni Karthus with that Requiem. Pero yan nga dito sa bottom lane, grabe ang damage na gagaling dito kay Spells. Sinayawan lang niya si Salam over there. And Salam right now, 1-11-5.
Yes, indeed. At syempre, kinukompleto na rin nila ang kanilang mga items dito. There's a possibility talaga. Or rather, itong si Aaron mukhang mag-i-invest na rin siya.
Charge. Tumama sa tank though. That's gonna be a little bit of damage on this Leonas. He actually dies. Lamb's Respite saves the enemies as well. Juice G with a little bit of outplaying himself over there. Next-tech ultimatum Spells will be trying to end this fight. The hook shot doesn't land, but Alice is low on HP and the stun will. And that's gonna be Spells getting his second kill off this fight. Doming trying to get a kill on this Camille, but the W coming in from Karma will try to secure that one. That's Smite! Shock Blast and Smite! And that actually kills out this Camille. And now that the primary threats of GH Alpha are down,
pero
this might be...
minions na lang. Ang magiging matindi na lang kalaban dito. Dalawa ang tumba pa dito sa Royal, pero tamang pwesto lang. But that's gonna be another tower na tutumba sa Royal at unti-unti na ngang inuubos. Alam mo kasi parang yung Umi ang problema dito yung pagkasok kami ng
pero
damage.
tingnan mo muna to, grabe yung damage na nagaling dito kay Aaron. Medyo nakakagwal. Alam mo,
ginamit na Ignite
Ini-illusion nila yung Royal Esports ito sa Aaron.
Napakaganda.
Niloloko. Pati tayo naloloko. Hindi natin alam kung nag-all in ba o nang popoke lang, nananakot lang ba o sumusubok pumapat. Alam mo, at
hindi
this
mo
point,
alam
we're looking at a 10-4 for LeBlanc with a Banshee's Veil and a Luden's Echo. That's safety and burst damage.
Yes, and ang malaking bagay din dito, si Dre, meron siya, may Jai Soul Stealer. So, mas tumataas yung AP nito. Hindi man siya nakakapatay. Still, with that scaling amount of shield and even the pokes na pwede niyang i-provide para sa team, the slows as well, malaking bagay yun para sa team nila. At considering naman dito si Joshi having that static shift AoE, more damage for everyone, and Spelts with that Ravenous Hydra. Meron na tayong dagdag burst and naghahabol pa rin ng item dito si Alice, which is he needs to be more BP para sa frontline.
This is an exposed Nexus. 1 minute from now, Baron will be spawning soon. Pero kailangan nilang labanan to. Charge Ace, a two-man knock-up for the side of Royal Esports, and that's a Hextech ultimatum used for Camille. Domen gets a kill, and the Requiem will be casted. Pero mukhang ipo-focus na lang nila ang Nexus dito. And they try to defend. Aaron will be kiting around with that distortion. A little bit of autos on that Nexus, but Zibs will be taking the kill. Juicy up in a little bit of shield there, and that's gonna be Domen and Zibs trying to secure a kill. Celts hindi pa nabuhay. A triple kill for this Karthus, and malala na to. That's another successful defense coming in from Royal.
Hindi natin masasabing ganun kasi sobrang successful because andito na ang daming nasa loob ng base, and even Doming. Mukhang ginuguti na sila dito ng mga minions. The minions are doing it. Minions and PP, they are going for the chase. Tumumba din si Moves, pero si Doming, tama! At unti-unti na tumutumba.
Konting sapak na lang.
Nexus, binabantayan nila dito. Kailangan i-clear out yung wave. Meron pang konti na bagya, pero Baron is ready para sa GH Alpha.
Alam mo,
ito na yung malaking contest na kailangan lang gawin.
Alam mo, ang pwede na lang gawin ng GH Alpha dito. Kahit lakaran na lang nila tapos sampalin lang nila ng isang
Actually, kahit yung mga minions na lang yung tumatapos
Alam mo, ito parang medyo nakakawawa to Kailangan happy death. Yun yung tawag niya solo queue. Pero yun na nga.
Oh my goodness.
Not teleport, easy finish. That's the
win yun.
GH Alpha advancing to our grand finals over there. Hindi easy GG yun. Nakita natin na lahat ng oras na pag-practice ng GH Alpha. At kahit sinabi nga ni Justy kanina sa pre-game interview nila na hindi sila nag-practice. Of course, nag-practice sila before this. Siguro yung day before.
Well, it sounded bad what happened sa game na to for Royal. But I must say, napakaganda ng pinakita nila ngayon. It's just that GH Alpha, alam nila yung advantage na meron sila. Pinush nila agad sa limit. Naubos talaga sila ng Royal. So, there are signs of hope. It's just that it was GH Alpha one step ahead na sinecure nila. Kahit mamatay na silang 5, basta ma-stall nila, alam nila makukulong sa base, pwede pa sila mag-baron after that, then they can go for a GG push. Pero dahil doon, dahil lang sa mga minions, natapos nila kahit hindi nila kailangan pumasok.
Well, mechanics-wise, wala talagang problema. Nakikita natin na Royal nakakasabay sila. But then again, macro-wise, nakikita natin na yung mix ng veterans and young bloods coming in from GH Alpha, they really do boast the mechanics with the mind to follow. Na nakikita natin na pumapasok GH Alpha on fights that they know na alam nila yung damage nila, alam nila yung security nila, disiplina nga, at of course, yung killer instinct at yung pagiging aggressive. Nakita natin kay Dre, nakikita natin kay Joshi, alam nila kung kailan nila ipupull yung trigger.
Yun yung interesting. Dre on game 1 was really impeccable. He destroyed everyone. He knows his damage, but right now he played on a different kit type of hero. And he puts him on a back foot, but still was able to provide a huge amount of help para sa buong squad.
Yeah, and of course, help here right now in the current meta, yung pag nakakapag-synergize kayo ng buong team, that's gonna be your main objective in every competitive 5v5. Kailangan gumalaw kayo as one unit. If hindi nyo kayang gumalaw as one unit, that's bakit pa kayo nag-competitive 5v5? So then again, congratulations to GH Alpha for advancing to our finals tomorrow. And ngayon, sila na yung nag-aantay. Sila na yung anime character na nag-aantay lang dun sa trono kung sino kakalabanin nila. Pero ang next series natin will be between Liab and GH Kaiju.
Another GH
team. At ayun nga, hinihintay na lang natin ang dalawang team sa mga pag-set up. Pero ipapasa na muna namin sa analyst desk natin kay Wolf and the gang.
Sorry, never have I thought sa aking maikling career sa League of Legends makakita ko ng Winions. Now we're back at the banner with Chisto and G10. That was a very interesting match, to say the least.
Yeah, especially yung ending nga, no? Very interesting ending to that game. Even though it was a bit messy towards the end, and that's putting it lightly. The result, you cannot argue with. It was a 2-0 sweep
Yeah.
by GH Alpha. And I think that sweep is very well deserved considering the way that they played. I think they executed on their drafts really nicely. So congratulations to GH Alpha for winning that second game.
And an absolutely dominating performance here by GH Alpha. Sobrang ganda ng execution nila of their comp. Even though it was very unorthodox as we were discussing. Sobrang galing talaga. Even though, yun nga, as you said, it was a bit messy towards the end, they were able to rack up so many small and big wins alike that wala talaga nagawa yung Royal Esports against them once they started really sieging with 3 inhibitors down.
Okay. Now, kung papanood natin yung highlights, mamaya makita natin yung a little bit of mistakes mula sa GH Alpha, more of parang nanggigigil na sila masyado sa pag-take ng push. And actually, medyo tanggalin na natin yung yun. Kasi feeling ko, at that point, they already won the match. It's just how they close it. Now, I wanna go back to the start. Like, for example, dito sa Real Esports, na-mention natin na meron silang cookbook type of strategy kung saan kailangan nilang i-follow yung steps. And once they don't follow the steps, doon na sila nasisira. I think you mentioned this, Chisto. What went wrong? When did it go wrong?
Yeah, I think may mga maliliit lang na bagay na hindi na-accomplish ng Real Esports. Namely, their solo lane, especially the mid lane. I feel like in a LeBlanc matchup, as a Jace, you need to buy Hexdrinker first, especially if you're already in the position where you're behind. You can't rush Yomu's Ghost, but you need to have that defensive item para lang ma-survive mo yung burst ni Aaron. And the moment that the Jace fell behind, it really all started falling apart like dominoes for Real Esports. Their jungler kept getting invaded. She just knowing what he could do against the Karthus was very, very nicely done. So, just the small things that Real Esports failed to do really led to GH Alpha winning in such a dominant fashion.
Especially if you're up against Aaron's LeBlanc. Such an amazing comfort pick for Aaron. He used to dominate like the local tournament circuits with it, absolutely terrorize, and there is like no difference that we can see here. He's just absolutely dominated the Jace in lane, and he was able to transition it to the other lanes while the Jace and the Kled were just kind of stuck trying to get back into the game. While the Karthus was really just invaded again and again. So props to GH Alpha. Sobrang ganda ng game plan nila.
Going back to what Cheese said, the cookbook strategy did not work kasi yung mga maliliit nga na mistakes, it piled up to a point where it's no longer redeemable para sa Real Esports. But also, Jeet had said LeBlanc controlled by Aaron, I mean, was talking to Chisto kanina na kapag napili nga niya to, pwede na mag-AFK yung mga kakampi niya. That was very true. Now the question is this promising to see sa Grand Finals?
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm interested to see actually who they get to match up against in our Grand Finals, which will be coming up next.
Well, before our Grand Finals though, which will be tomorrow, we will be having our semifinals next now. It will be GH Kaiju, another GH team, versus Team Liab. So we are very, very hyped about that. Very excited.
Very, very excited. I'm sure na yung mga viewers din natin dito sa Market and on stream are excited to see kung sino nga yung makakalaban nila sa Grand Finals. But for now, gonna pass it on sa ating stage host, actually Joe, Starscream, and Adi. Please, take it away.
All right, thank you very much, your panel host, Wolf. Wow, what an amazing series. Grabe. Congratulations to GH Alpha for winning the first series today for PPGL 2019 League of Legends. And of course, your team will be advancing tomorrow for the Grand Finals here, live at Market Activity Center. So, naalala ko kanina, Adi, kanina tinanong siya, yung team dito, anong sikreto? Sinagot nila walang practice.
Yeah, alam mo, nagulat rin ako. Sabi ko, hindi sila nag-practice. So, paano sila nanalo? Grabe, di ba? Ang galing.
Partida, walang practice.
Natural talent na nila yun. Natural life skill na yung gaming para sa kanila.
Pwede mong pagyabang, hindi na kami nagpa-practice eh.
Pero hindi na nila kailangan.
Oo, hindi na kailangan. Pero sa finals, maybe tomorrow, we will see if kung yung walang practice
kaya nila yun.
Magpapanalo para sa kanila. Yes.
So good afternoon to everyone here at the Market Activity Center, and of course, everyone out there who is watching. Alam nyo, wag na kayo mahiya. Sumali na kayo dito sa Activity Center. Ang dami-dami nating booths and activities here for you. And of course, mapapanood nyo dito live yung mga games namin.
Yes, and of course, it's an open event, so I'm inviting everyone to yung mga dumadaan, yung mga tumatambay. You can join us down here sa activity area. Libre mga seats natin. There's no registration needed, no entrance fee. So again, it's an open event, and who knows, you might win some prizes that we have. And speaking of prizes,
we actually have our first raffle draw
Yun.
winner. So alam mo, tingnan muna natin yung mechanics of how you can join our raffle draw. Alam mo, sobrang dali lang. All you have to do is to go here at the activity center and then take a picture anywhere here in the event. Pwedeng selfie, pwedeng groovy, anything. Basta nandito ka sa event natin, and then all you have to do is to post it on your Instagram or Facebook page with the hashtag PPGL 2019.
yes, ganun lang kadali. So take a photo, probably a groovy, probably a selfie dun sa booth natin, or, you know, discarte nyo. Tapos, yun nga, sabi nga niya, hashtag PPGL 2019, and you may have a chance to win ang ating PPGL jacket.
Yes,
Bigyan ng jacket!
Limited edition yung jacket na yan.
Oh,
So
yun.
if you win, you are lucky. So we have
Yan.
our first raffle winner.
Sana nandito yan.
Oo, sana nandito. If the raffle winner is here, please don't be shy. Join us here on stage so you can claim your prize.
Yeah.
All right. Drum roll, please. The winner is Nekotaru Miyoski Takahima.
Wow! Hoy!
What a unique
Ayun na.
name! Are you here? Is that
Wow!
you? Wow! Congratulations, sir!
Wow! Talaga?
You just
May-
won
do you
our
have-
jacket. Wow, sir, you have such a unique name. Can you tell us a bit about your name?
Pseudonym lang yun siya.
Ah, okay. I thought this was your real name.
Oo nga, akala ko yung Japanese, pero wala naman sa
Imagine
Japanese.
his
something or-
license and everything.
Oo, kasi
You
I
have
was
to
gonna-
write this name.
I was gonna ask you dapat, where's your ID? You don't look like the name that you have there.
Nekotaro,
So,
so-
is this an IGN or something? What is this?
Facebook.
Ah,
Okay,
Facebook.
but what's your real name, sir?
Jason.
Okay, wow.
Jason.
That's
Layo
also
na Jason sa ano
Nekotaru.
Ano to? Where did you get this pseudonym?
Nekotaru stands for cat in Japanese. Meowski, just a meow in Takajima. I don't know.
Okay.
So you're really into Japanese games? Japanese things? Wow. What Japanese games do you play?
Alright.
Tekken 7.
Wow, Tekken daw. Nalaro niya.
Abangan natin to tomorrow siguro. Alright, so here you go. You have your prize for you. And there you go, your jacket.
Wow, congratulations, sir.
Alright.
All right.
Thank
So
you,
we're
thank you. Yep.
Thank you so much. Congratulations. Wow. All right, so as you can all see, we have our winner right there. And if you would also like to win our amazing prizes here, just come on over to the activity center and then join our booths, join our raffle draw. There's a lot of fun games and activities happening here, so you're gonna have so much fun.
Yes, and of course, we are live with our official Facebook page. We have Philippine Pro Gaming League 2019. That's our official page in Facebook. So live kami dyan. Shoutout sa mga nanonood. And again, for those people who are passing by, yung mga nakatambay lang, malapit dito. So join us here sa activity area. There's no entrance fee, no registration needed. It's an open event, all right? So,
Yeah, and of course, at this point, we would also like to thank everyone who made this event possible. So this was made possible by MET Events and Globe Telecom. So thank you so much to our sponsors.
all right, so that'll be all. And when we come back, we will have more for you for Philippine Pro Gaming League 2019. We'll see you later, guys.
Kain na. Sige po. Hey, girl. Honey.
Darling,
1 gig pa. For homework, ha?
sa Globe at Home Prepaid Wi-Fi, ibang level ng research, ang negosyo, ang saya, at ang buong pamilya. Pili na and create a whole new level.
Sa mga panahon na ikaw ay nagigipit, nag-iisa, nakakalimot, o nawawalan ng pag-asa.
Idaan na yan sa GCash. In a few taps, naka-borrow load ka na, nakabili ng gaming pins, load combos, broadband packages, and more. Idaan na yan sa GCash so you can do loads more.
Ma, ano pong capital ng Zimbabwe?
Tanong mo sa mga Perez.
Ano na kaya mangyayari sa paborito nating teleserye?
Itanong natin sa mga Perez.
Sige.
Paano ba mag-level up sa game? Ang hirap nga eh.
Tanong natin kay Perez.
Hi, Mrs. Perez!
Kayo na ang patok of the town with the new all-in-one Globe Stream Watch Extreme. Patok kayo with fast Wi-Fi, clear local TV shows, video streaming, games, and video K. All in one with the intro price of only 2,999 pesos. New all-in-one Globe Stream Watch Extreme. Buy now.
Yummy tinola.
Kain na.
Sunod na po.
Kain na.
Sige po. Hey, girl. Honey.
Darling!
Nay, 1 gig pa.
For homework, ha?
Sa Globe at Home Prepaid Wi-Fi, ibang level ng research, ang negosyo, ang saya, at ang buong pamilya. Pili na and create a whole new level.
Sa mga panahon na ikaw ay nagigipit, nag-iisa, nakakalimot, o nawawalan ng pag-asa.
Idaan na yan sa GCash. In a few taps, naka-borrow load ka na, nakabili ng gaming pins, load combos, broadband packages, and more. Idaan na yan sa GCash so you can do loads more.
Ma, ano pong capital ng Zimbabwe?
Tanong mo sa mga Perez.
Ano na kaya mangyayari sa paborito nating teleserye?
Itanong natin sa mga Perez.
Sige.
Paano ba mag-level up sa game? Ang hirap nga eh.
Tanong natin kay Perez.
Hi, Mrs. Perez!
Kayo na ang patok of the town with the new all-in-one Globe Stream Watch Extreme. Patok kayo with fast Wi-Fi, clear local TV shows, video streaming, games, and video okay. All in one with the intro price of only 2,999 pesos. New all-in-one Globe Stream Watch Extreme. Buy now. Kain na. Sunod na po.
Kain na.
Sige po.
Honey.
Darling!
Nay, 1 gig pa.
For homework, ha?
Sa Globe at Home Prepaid Wi-Fi, ibang level ng research, ang negosyo, ang saya, at ang buong pamilya. Pili na and create a whole new level.
Sa mga panahon na ikaw ay nagigipit, nag-iisa, nakakalimot, o nawawalan ng pag-asa.
Idaan na yan sa GCash. In a few taps, naka-borrow load ka na, nakabili ng gaming pins, load combos, broadband packages, and more. Idaan na yan sa GCash so you can do loads more.
Ma, ano pong capital ng Zimbabwe?
Tanong mo sa mga Perez.
Ano na kaya mangyayari sa paborito nating teleserye?
Itanong natin sa mga Perez.
Sige. Paano ba mag-level up sa game? Ang hirap nga eh.
Tanong natin kay Perez.
Hi, Mrs. Perez! Kayo na ang patok of the town with the new all-in-one Globe Stream Watch Extreme. Patok kayo with fast Wi-Fi, clear local TV shows, video streaming, games, and video okay. All in one with the intro price of only 2,999 pesos. New all-in-one Globe Stream Watch Extreme. Buy now. Kain na. Sunod na po.
Kain na.
Sige po.
Honey.
Darling!
Nay, 1 gig pa.
For homework, ha?
Sa Globe at Home Prepaid Wi-Fi, ibang level ng research, ang negosyo, ang saya, at ang buong pamilya. Pili na and create a whole new level.
Sa mga panahon na ikaw ay nagigipit, nag-iisa, nakakalimot, o nawawalan ng pag-asa.
Idaan na yan sa GCash. In a few taps, naka-borrow load ka na, nakabili ng gaming pins, load combos, broadband packages, and more. Idaan na yan sa GCash so you can do loads more.
Ma, ano pong capital ng Zimbabwe?
Tanong mo sa mga Perez.
Ano na kaya mangyayari sa paborito nating teleserye?
Itanong natin sa mga Perez.
Sige!
Paano ba mag-level up sa game? Ang hirap nga eh.
Tanong natin kay Perez.
Hi, Mrs. Perez! Kayo na ang patok of the town with the new all-in-one Globe Stream Watch Extreme. Patok kayo with fast Wi-Fi, clear local TV shows, video streaming, games, and video okay. All in one with the intro price of only 2,999 pesos. New all-in-one Globe Stream Watch Extreme. Buy now. Yummy tinola. Kain na. Sunod na po.
Kain na. Sige po. Hey, girl. Honey.
Darling!
Nay, 1 gig pa. For homework, ha?
Sa Globe at Home Prepaid Wi-Fi, ibang level ng research, ang negosyo, ang saya, at ang buong pamilya. Pili na and create a whole new level.
Sa mga panahon na ikaw ay nagigipit, nag-iisa, nakakalimot, o nawawalan ng pag-asa.
Idaan na yan sa GCash. In a few taps, naka-borrow load ka na, nakabili ng gaming pins, load combos, broadband packages, and more. Idaan na yan sa GCash so you can do loads more.
Ma, ano pong capital ng Zimbabwe?
Tanong mo sa mga Perez.
Ano na kaya mangyayari sa paborito nating teleserye?
Itanong natin sa mga Perez.
Sige!
Paano ba mag-level up sa game? Ang hirap nga eh.
Tanong natin kay Perez.
Hi, Mrs. Perez! Kayo na ang patok of the town with the new all-in-one Globe Stream Watch Extreme. Patok kayo with fast Wi-Fi, clear local TV shows, video streaming, games, and video okay. All in one with the intro price of only 2,999 pesos. New all-in-one Globe Stream Watch Extreme. Buy now. Yummy tinola. Kain na. Sunod na po.
Kain na. Sige po. Hey, girl. Honey.
Darling!
Nay, 1 gig pa. For homework, ha?
Sa Globe at Home Prepaid Wi-Fi, ibang level ng research, ang negosyo, ang saya, at ang buong pamilya. Pili na and create a whole new level.
Sa mga panahon na ikaw ay nagigipit, nag-iisa, nakakalimot, o nawawalan ng pag-asa.
Idaan na yan sa GCash. In a few taps, naka-borrow load ka na, nakabili ng gaming pins, load combos, broadband packages, and more. Idaan na yan sa GCash so you can do loads more.
Ma, ano pong capital ng Zimbabwe?
Tanong mo sa mga Perez.
Ano na kaya mangyayari sa paborito nating teleserye?
Itanong natin sa mga Perez.
Sige. Paano ba mag-level up sa game? Ang hirap nga eh.
Tanong natin kay Perez.
Hi, Mrs. Perez! Kayo na ang patok of the town with the new all-in-one Globe Stream Watch Extreme. Patok kayo with fast Wi-Fi, clear local TV shows,